It's not highlighted.
Yep. Oh, wait. All righty. So,
So are we live? Are we live or are we live? Let me go in
right.
here and look at these platforms to make sure we're live on all of the platforms that we are supposed to be live on. Let's see, let's see, let's see.
What's good? What's good? And what's good?
Okay, it says that.
Hmm.
Okay, we live on Insta. We live on Insta. We live on Insta.
Okay, that's what's
So
up.
now let's see. Now I'm gonna go and make sure that we're live. We said we was gonna be live on Instagram. We said we was gonna be live on Facebook, and we said we're gonna be live on on YouTube.
Hmm.
So let me just check
Right.
to make sure that we're live on all of these. Then we can go ahead and start. That way we can give y'all some time to come into the space and get y'all stuff together. So let's see. Oh, okay. It says okay, it has us on here on Facebook, so that's
Okay.
good.
All right.
So what I'm going to do from yours, I'm going to share it to your feed, okay?
Okay, beautiful. And while we're doing that, we have
What's up,
Divinely
y'all?
Guided 731. Hi, great evening. How are you? That's what's up. Glad to have you. You know what I'm saying? As always, it's been a minute since we've actually done a live and went on live.
Yeah,
So for
seriously.
us, this is a beautiful thing.
Now I'm just got to check to see that we're live on YouTube. So I'm going to check to see that we're live on YouTube. And once I do that, we can go ahead and get into it. We can get into it.
Hmm.
Let me see. How y'all doing today? Can you where the comments? Can you see the comments
Yeah, I just had one come up right there. It's all good. I put it up.
on the screen? Oh, okay. Well,
Hmm.
that's cool. As long as
Let,
we
let
can
me.
see.
I just put it back up so that you can see
That's fine. Thank you. Hi,
it.
great evening. Hey, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Okay.
So let's see. Uh, Let me see if YouTube says that we're live. Okay,
Right.
YouTube is saying that we live.
So we good?
Let
I
me
think
click
we
it
are
and make
good.
sure.
Right. I was gonna say just check and make sure. It's been a
Okay, we
minute.
on here. We on it. We up in here. Okay, so that's where
Okay.
Divinely Guided is coming through
Okay.
from YouTube. Okay, good. Good, 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 good.
All right. So this whole situation is you know, it's a real deep and heavy piece of content that we're going to be going over and information that we're going to be sharing. And I just like to I'm gonna share this anyway. I know you probably didn't realize this what I'm about to share, but I'm gonna share it anyway.
Okay.
I feel like this was inspired by a whole nother situation that spirit brought to us. So these things kind of coincide with each other. Meaning, when I say these things, I'm talking about these topics, right? Rebirth within itself, spirit has called us to this for some months now, where we've been moving into this ceremonially.
This year,
Yeah,
yeah.
this year
Yeah.
it's been a minute. Um, and now I totally understand because we're getting ready to go into right a whole new year, and this whole new year is really going to be uh the beginning of and the graduation from everything that you've gone through this year, and the beginning of all of your dreams, everything that you've completed, and you know what I'm saying, that new version or higher version of yourself going into 2026, right? New beginnings for real.
Yeah.
And so one thing about that is spirit still realizes that in order for people to actually ascend, to elevate, and to move in a higher level of awareness, then guess what? People got to be figuring out what are these steps to rebirth anyway. And what I think inspired this was spirit was talking to us and letting us know that people aren't even aware of their triggers. Like they don't even know when they triggered, right? And that coincides with being able to move in rebirth, because if you still stagnant and you still going in the same loop over and over and over again and you're unaware of that,
Mm-hmm.
how could you possibly be on a pathway to rebirth? I mean, we're all on the pathway ultimately, right, to have the opportunity to ascend and to be reborn. There's these miniature deaths that take place every single day, right? Every
Yes.
single day, not just the physical one. So, um, again, if you new to this, new to us, and the things that we talk about is definitely all spiritual. You know, it's all esoterically based. You know, we kicking some real knowledge, and this is how we live, and this is how we get down. What's going on? What's going on,
Hello,
Heather?
hello,
What's
hello. Hey,
happening on?
Heather. Look, we don't even know. So let me just start off by saying this. Sometimes you're going to see me
What's good?
looking.
So I just wanted to show. I know I don't mean to interrupt you, but this is your panel right here to be able to speak to people that's on Instagram. If you can see them.
I'm
Oh, good. You
actually I'm in Instagram over here
okay? Cool.
under your account.
Beautiful.
So,
Okay, cool. So I won't even do that again. You know
yeah,
what I'm
so
saying?
it's all good. No need
So
to
that
do
way I
that.
can look over here. Cool.
I can look at the Instagram comments in here, and then you
Bet.
can look at the comments over there.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is the thing. That's what I was getting ready to explain before I was so rudely
Interrupted. Oh my gosh.
So the first thing that I wanted to say is sometimes we're gonna be looking over here, sometimes we're gonna be looking over here, sometimes we're gonna be looking over here because we are on different platforms at the same time, right? So here's the key. The reason why we said we had to come on here to teach people the 7 stages of rebirth, not just for the people that have sat in a rebirth ceremony or rebirth retreat or whatever with us, is also for the ones to even know if they are even ready to even call in a rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get people that say they want to go on a rebirth journey, spiritual journey, and that they're ready to do the work, and they don't understand what the work is, and they don't understand what it means when you say rebirth, what a rebirth is. A rebirth, simple as I can put it before we actually break it down. And see, this today we're gonna be giving y'all visuals.
It's gonna be some major gems.
It's gonna be some major gems. We ain't been on here in a while, and when we was on here before, we would be on here for 3 and 4 hours. That's the old us.
Okay.
The new us ain't gonna be on there on this live for no 3 or 4 hours. And before I would always say that, but then next you know we would do it. But you'll understand we're gonna get through this quick, and we're gonna get through this concise.
Okay.
Is that concisely?
There you go. I love that, baby. I love you so. I love you so much for doing that. No, then I ain't got to tease you about it. It's all good.
What is that supposed to mean?
No, I'm just saying.
Cause listen, y'all, if y'all know me,
what up?
I will make up a word in a minute. But anyway, we ain't here to talk about that.
Okay.
Until I make up a word, so I had to figure it out. So we are here to talk.
Wait a minute. What? Should we just give them like a 30-second? We should just give, because normally when we used to do these lives, we'd be like, my wife would be like, okay, we just gonna give people time to come in and see. So guess what? We're doing something. Let me just lay some ground rules down here for people that pop in. If you pop up in here and you think we gonna be up in here for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, that's not happening no more. Okay, we done with that.
I just said that.
Well, I'm saying it. I'm saying it now on top of my wife saying it. It's a wrap with that, because what we're going to do is we're going to give you, real strong, impactful information, things that you can actually use. If you lock into the live, beautiful. That way you'll be able to get this information. You can shoot and ask all your questions. We'll be able to respond and engage and make that happen. If not, it's okay. We'll probably end up recording this, and you'll be able to see the replay, and we can lead you to where that's going to happen.
Can I pause you for a second? Because we got people from YouTube, we got people from Instagram, we got people from Facebook.
Yes.
I can see when I go on Facebook, hey Bridget, hey Simona, I can see all them on there, but can you see them in their comments on here? I just want to make sure that you can.
Okay, so let's see. Comments. Yep, all. So.
Oh, well then how come you don't see these comments here?
Which one are you? It's on all. So
are you on my personal or are you on my business one?
Okay, which one? You talking about the YouTube? That's your YouTube.
Oh, that's a YouTube. I'm talking about Facebook.
Right. Okay. I don't know. Let me see.
Hold on, y'all. We gotta get this technical difficulties. What is it? A difficulty? It ain't really a difficulty.
I was about to say, is it?
I still want to be able to see what y'all saying.
This is the one we on right here.
Yes, that's the one that we're on. But
which one is that?
That's my personal.
Okay, that's the one that's what we on right now.
Right, but you see these comments right here?
For sure.
they're not there. The Instagram comments are
Mhm.
on there. I don't see I mean, not the Instagram, the YouTube comments are on there. I don't see the Instagram comments or the Facebook comments.
Okay.
I
Well,
just want to
that
make
just means
sure.
that the platform that we're on hasn't totally infused all of the comments, even though it says all.
Okay, so there's
But
the thing.
you know what
We'll
I'm
be
saying?
going back and forth anyway, right? And we will be
Mhm.
looking over
What?
here,
What?
looking over there. We're just gonna be going back and forth. And so if I get
Okay.
to y'all comments, I get to y'all comments. If
Okay.
not, I get to y'all comments later.
Wow.
But
Okay. Okay.
we about to go in,
Okay.
basically.
So this is what I was gonna say before I was so rudely interrupted.
Oh,
No, I'm just saying. I didn't say I was playing. I said I'm just saying. Here's the thing about it. Okay. All right. Hey, how you doing? All right. Potter up.
hey,
Real estate.
okay,
TRG.
come through.
Is that? I don't know. Do we know this person? I think we
Yes,
do. This is like, man,
that's
you.
Sanja.
I know. Like Sandra's looking like a whole other human being over here. Like, wait, who is? Okay, Sandra.
Hey, hey, hey,
Um,
Sanja, where are you Where you coming through at? You coming through on YouTube? Are you looking at us on YouTube? What you looking at us on? Let us know what you're looking at us on because we getting ready to start. We're getting ready to start.
what we getting ready to
Yes,
start?
YouTube. Yep, she's coming on there from YouTube.
Okay, cool. It's all
So
good.
that's that
All right.
on that.
Okay, so I just wanted to make. So here's the thing. Again, normally, there it is. She's letting us know exactly where she's coming from. Boom.
YouTube.
There
Yeah.
you go.
She
All
said
right.
yes right there when I asked
Okay,
her
there
the
you
question.
go. So there's the comment
Okay.
from YouTube. See the icon right there? Did you see the icon? Look, no, I just want to show you again. Just, you know what I'm saying? Because we got a dope piece of equipment.
Yeah, I see the icon.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
But that's all what's showing up.
I just want you to be able to see, you know what I'm saying, what should be said and
Okay,
what
and
should
let's
be
see.
seen.
Where's
You
that
understand
coming
what I'm
from?
saying?
YouTube.
Exactly.
Exactly. So Coco said at least 2 hours. Dang. No. We're not doing no 2 hours either. We just giving y'all some time to come in the room and then we getting ready to hit it and quit it.
Oh boy.
That's what we about to do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep this up here. So before we begin, I just
All
would
right.
like to check the delay. I see the delay on YouTube, but I
Mhm.
would just like to be able to see the delay
Wow.
on
Mhm.
Instagram, and I would like to be able to see the delay on Facebook. So when you hear my voice, if you can type some ones in the chat,
Okay.
one. That
Right.
way I can see what the housekeeping is
Okay.
and see what the delay is.
Mhm.
YouTube, it looks like it was pretty because I asked her the question and it kind of popped up quick. So when you hear my voice on Instagram, when you hear my voice on Facebook,
Mhm.
type in 11111.
Okay, we have to say, although I miss the old days, the long lives. Oh yeah, the long lives, but it's progress, ascension. I get it,
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm seeing
yeah.
some 111s right
Okay.
here.
Yep. Here we go over here as
She
well.
said, "What's
Good.
the YouTube?" You can either click if you want to go to the YouTube, then you can either click the link in my bio and scroll all the way down, or you
Mhm.
can go to your email because you're on the email list and open up the email. And when you open up the email, it has the link for Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can just click the YouTube, boom, and it'll bring you straight to YouTube.
Okay.
So that's the key. If you want us to be able to see your comments, because Facebook for sure, I'll be in and out of Facebook and I won't be able to see y'all comments as
Mhm.
much,
Mhm.
right? As I can on Instagram and YouTube. So if you want to step away from Facebook, you want to just watch on Facebook, watch on Facebook. But if you want to step away from Facebook and go to YouTube, you can either do YouTube / bitch I'm vegan, right? But it's without the I.
So
BTCH. It's
BTCH.
the same
Mhm.
thing as my name in my bio. All right.
Okay. Well, my thing is
BTCH.
this. I wanted to kind of give them a 30-second little intermission or break before we really get into this. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Because That'll give you some time to really get prepared for, again, for those individuals that have actually been on these lives before with us. They already know, like, we coming with some real information. We got some real information. We getting ready to break some serious stuff down. Something that's going to be extremely useful for you to be able to apply into your life. Okay.
Yeah.
But again, we not gonna. I'm saying this for real now. As we are approaching a new way and a new day, we not gonna be here real long like we used to. You know what I'm saying? 2, 3, 4 hours. We getting ready to go into this thing and knock this thing down. Okay. So if you want to grab a pen, a pad, get your notes, get your snacks, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get this is like, it's epic, like a
Yeah,
movie. We getting ready to break it down. Okay.
this is the time. This is the
Right.
time. And before we get into this rebirth thing that we're getting ready to go into,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I just want to talk a little bit about 2025,
Ooh,
right?
okay.
2025 is the year of the snake. That is the year of the 9, right? That is shedding the old skin. That is completion. This is dotting your T's. No,
Dotting
crossing your
eyes.
T's and dotting your I's. See,
Yes.
I'll say it real quick. I had to cut myself off with this. Let me hold on. Let me see.
Right.
Crossing your T's and dotting your I's. The energy that you put into 2025
Yes.
it manifests
Yes.
in 2026, which is the year of the 1. That's the year of the true rebirth, right? So this year is to prepare you for next year. So for those of you that have gone on rebirth journey, sacred journeys with us, listen up so you can understand what stage of the rebirth that you're in. Because understand, you just coming in a sacred ceremony. That's just the beginning. That's you going inside of the spiritual realm and cross the portal in the spiritual realm, going to the root cause of the issue and awakening and understanding more and more things about yourself. But the most important thing before you go on any kind of journey like that is integration. Whatever you learned in that opportunity for you to cross the veil and see what you couldn't see in this physical realm, in this matrix realm, you're across, and now you're tapped into her. She is the unknown, right? So now you're tapping into things that are unknown to you. It's unknown to you. Some people get in ceremony and they connect to some things that's unknown to them, and they don't want to go home and they don't want to do the work. Hey, that's on you. That's on them, right? But for the ones that do, you quantum leap. But there's different stages of what happens when you're on your rebirth journey. This is live is to help you understand those different stages and to also see if for the ones that haven't set in ceremony,
Right.
right,
Right.
or see if they even call to rebirth,
Right.
because everybody ain't ready for rebirth.
Because,
Period.
man, rebirth is a serious process. Again, I'm always the one that's bringing kind of like this biblical referencing to everything. And I like to bring that to the table, not to convolute it or saturate it with, religiosity, because that's not what it is. But it is to give some time of anchoring, sometimes a form of anchoring and recollection or confirmation based off of just where you are, right?
Right.
Or where you were, where you're growing from. And so my whole thing is, we do hear these things from different religions where teachers speak about death, they speak about resurrection, speak about being reborn. And so, again, just because the way that it's been kind of propagated and pushed, and taught, is always mostly attached to the physical, right? We talk about rebirth. It's like, oh my gosh, okay, cool. So I'm going to leave this place and you saying I'm coming back. Understand that as you're living in this time frame, right? In this timeline that you're in, right? In this age or dispensation or whatever you want to call it, right? There are miniature deaths that are taking place and opportunities to be reborn every single day.
It's happening every single day. I don't know if y'all remember when not too long ago they was talking about some date in September that it was supposed to be
Oh
the
man,
rapture
yeah.
or something like
Oh
that.
man,
Y'all
y'all
remember
remember that?
they was talking about that
I was
like
like,
all
people
over
still
line.
getting got with that.
Everybody talking about, I had to say,
Wow.
listen, people are getting the rapture is happening every single day.
There it is.
People are here today
Mm-hmm.
and then gone today.
For real.
Here today,
For real.
for real, for
For
real,
real. You,
and
yeah.
then gone tomorrow, right?
Yes. Yes.
So that's the rapture.
Mm-hmm.
Two people laying in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
One person is what? Caught up. That is
Mm-hmm.
the spirit leaving the body.
Yes.
Regardless, everything is rebirth. When you
Okay.
leave this realm, you're
Mm-hmm.
birthed into another realm. Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
know why? Because you are an eternal spirit being.
Mm-hmm.
You are eternal spirit being. If you in this body, in this vessel, for those of you that have hair, if you don't got no hair at some point, hopefully you did have some hair. And if you had some hair at some point, you either plucked a follicle, right?
Yeah.
Or an eyelash has shed, or a piece of your beard or something, and you look at it and you see a little white little bub on the end. That white bub is your DNA.
Okay.
This earth is billions of years old. It's been in existence for billions of years.
Right.
Before all of these different cities, towns,
Forms of religion, blah,
all
blah,
of
blah.
this.
Yeah.
It was all one landmass, Pangea. It was not cut off into Asia and Africa.
Right.
It wasn't.
Right.
It was just one landmass.
Mm-hmm.
But your DNA alone dates back 1.5 billion years. So you have been here many times. The key in coming here in the classroom is to ascend in the after realm.
Ooh-wee.
So, what did you do when you were in this realm? What did you hold on to? What did you release? These are the questions that you have to ask yourself, right? What did you release in this earth? Is it holding you back in this earth? What are the attachments that you left in this earth? Was it hate? Was it unforgiveness? A lot of people left hate, unforgiveness, jealousy, rage,
Envy, all kinds
envy,
of
all
stuff.
of that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And when that body is buried into the earth, that information, when that body is broke down, that information is fed right back into the
Yeah, it
earth.
remains
Right?
in the energetic field.
Exactly.
So,
it's almost like the blood is in the earth and it cries out. Is it calling you back to reconcile the things that you did not reconcile
there
before?
it is. See, that's a biblical reference that you gave without citing the actual book and chapter. And you heard it before, but it's never really taught in this manner. So we have no other choice but to interpret it from a different perspective.
Right.
But so I'm just saying again, would you like for them to have a 30-second break real quick so they can get together,
I feel
or
like
just
that
go right in?
That was a 30-second break. As far as I'm concerned, are y'all ready? If y'all ready,
there you go.
To get into this, I need on Facebook, I need on Instagram, and I need on YouTube. I need y'all to type in ready. Ready, 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 ready.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go ahead and
right.
go in.
And if not, it's all good. We're gonna give y'all half a minute. You know what I'm saying? And then we
No, for real, for real.
Yeah,
like
no.
So half a minute for real.
Yeah.
Because like I said, we're not gonna be on here long. Our lives are differently
differently
worked
out now.
Differently different.
Different. Okay.
Even though that's not what I planned on saying at first.
I know they like, look, they ready. Folks talking about some ready.
Okay, I'm seeing some.
I think, is this the sage that I think is the sage?
That's Ty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, okay. There's a whole nother sage though that I was thinking about. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see so you can see them with the stuff over there. All right. Let's go ahead. Let me close out this one.
She ready? Oh my gosh, you have to say it ready.
I'm saying,
ready.
Like, let's get it. Let's get it. Let me make sure my stuff is on do not disturb, because people be trying to call me.
Exactly.
She said, let's go. I still can't find YouTube. Did you go to your email and open up your email? and scroll down to the email and hit YouTube, and then it'll take you straight to it.
Mm-hmm.
Or just type in BTCH I am vegan.
Right.
BTCH I'm vegan. If you go to YouTube
And just type that
and
in.
type in BTCH
Right.
I'm vegan,
then it should pull up the page.
Yeah, it should pull up the page.
Yeah.
But if you on Instagram, I can see you. I can see your comments on Instagram. It's the one on Facebook where I'll be going back and forth, and I may see the comments late. So if you want to stay on Instagram, you can. You know, of course, the screen is a little bit smaller than if you would go on it from YouTube. And no, actually, I actually got a notification. Okay. No, you actually got a notification, or you didn't get a notification.
No, she's saying she got one.
Mm-hmm. Well, go ahead and click the link, or you can stay on.
What is that?
Instagram.
That's Instagram. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she left Instagram, so she's getting ready to go to YouTube. All right, y'all. We are about to get into it. Mm-hmm. I am very, 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 very excited.
I love it. It feels like community up in here, and that's the way it's supposed to be too, as well. I love that. That's just me, my whole thing. I love when individuals come together. She said, "I'm here." There it is. She made it. I love the logo and everything.
Got you. Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Okay, we got some let's go. We got the ready. We got the ready. We got the ready. We got the ready. So today, y'all, we are going to be speaking and teaching on the 7 stages of rebirth. We're going to be taking y'all through a journey of death, surrender, and awakening. Right? So let's go in and just start, huh?
Okay, let's get it.
So,
all right.
hold on one second.
Okay, now.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us right now? Can you hear us now? If so,
we had to come out.
Put a 2 in the chat if you can hear us. That means we're in agreement. We can hear each other.
If you can hear us, put a 2 in the chat. Unable to hear on YouTube or Instagram. We're frozen on IG. How is y'all frozen on IG? We all see this? Do y'all see this?
Okay, so we're back. So in essence, they're saying, oh, okay, so whenever we show the slide, let's see something real quick. I just want to see something. All right, so now can you hear us? Can you hear us now? If you can hear us, put a number 2 in the chat if you can actually hear us now. There you go. So now, people can actually hear us, I believe.
Okay, well.
Okay, says it's out again, though.
It's out again.
Mm-hmm. So I just want to check again because we have the screen in here now.
Okay, so on
Okay,
Facebook,
so they're saying yes.
Facebook, y'all can hear us, right? Can y'all hear us now? Okay, Instagram is
Yep.
saying yes.
Two, 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 and two. So you guys can hear us. Again, thumbs up. You guys can hear us, and everything is
Okay,
good.
and we got some two
There
on
you go.
Facebook,
Okay.
but when we post a picture, y'all can't hear us.
Okay. So Simona is saying, I'd like to know this, Simona. If you can hear us looking at this current slide with the visual of my wife and I on this screen now, if you can hear us, put a flame emoji.
No sound with the slides is
Okay,
what
cool. Okay. Well, then we'll show the slides where some people are getting it.
we'll show the slide, and then what we'll come back and we'll explain. So if that's what we have to do, then that's what we have to do until we figure out what the
So
heck
there it
is going
is.
on.
Heather says, yep, I can hear, and I see the slide in the background.
Right, the slide in the background. But can you do the slide side by
Fire
side?
emoji, fire emoji,
Can you do it
yes.
side by side and see if they can hear us and see us?
Okay, so let's go back.
Try to do a split screen.
Let's see. Hold on. I just want to see something. Now, are you guys able to hear us here?
Yeah, they said when it's like this they can hear us. So I'm talking about the side by side like that.
Okay, so people are saying that they can hear and see. It's just a little delay. It's
Okay.
just a slight little delay.
Okay.
Okay.
Now can you split the screen to where that picture is in half of it and then we're in the other half? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see.
And then see if they can hear us like that. Because if so, then
Mm.
is that the dynamic scene right there?
We're in the dynamic scene right here with this being on the screen, but no.
Hold on, y'all.
Mm-hmm. So we just working it out right now.
How do you pull up all of the screens that you would have right here?
So that would normally be shown. It would normally be up here. You understand what I'm saying?
There it
Boom,
is right
here.
there.
Right.
So
And that is the screen that we
this
have.
one right here, that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Same
same
thing.
thing.
It'll
Let's
just be,
skip through the different screens and see what. Try that one.
since we only have one camera,
Uh-huh.
then there's only one feed outside of it zooming in or zooming out and us pasting a background to make sure that that part of the scene or frame can be seen. But right now, no.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go to the picture and then we'll just come back. It just is what it
Right.
is.
Exactly.
We're not going. He said when the picture comes up, we can't hear or see you. But as long as you can see the picture, if you can see the picture, then see the picture. Then we'll come back and then we'll explain what it is. All right.
Okay.
All right. So if they can hear us, then you can do it like this. Bring the picture up and then bring us in, and then they can hear us because y'all can hear us right now.
Okay. So if you want them to see the picture, they can see the picture. I'll just move us out of the way. That's cool.
Yeah, when
You
it's
want him?
time. Yeah, but right now they can hear us. But like I was saying, before, when you talk about this first stage of it being deaf, it's not a physical death. I want to go over it because some people didn't hear, they couldn't hear,
Right.
right?
Right.
So it's not a physical death, right? It's a energetic, it's a emotional, it's a spiritual. That's the kind of death that this is, right? So like I was saying earlier, this is when the illusion of control begins to fall apart because we be wanting to be in control. And when it seems like it's getting ready to fall apart, that's the point. The key is for you to surrender. Okay, so we do it like that. Can y'all still hear us like that? Let us know if y'all can still hear us like that. That's like I said, when the old timelines they start to collapse, relationships, roles that you may have had before in your life that was attached to your ego, how you identify yourself, they no longer match your frequency, and then you start to feel like, oh, I'm in a cage. I'm
Mm-hmm.
walking around in a circle. I'm in a loop. I need to
Mm-hmm.
get out of this loop. I'm feeling like I'm stuck, right? That's because you cannot take your old self into your new chapter. Perfect. They say yes, they can hear. That's good. Now let me go on here and look on Facebook. Yep. I'm saying, hey, 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 y'all. Hey, on Facebook. Yep. Good. So that means they can hear us,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now, when we talk about this first stage being death, the disillusion of the old identity, this is the sacred death of who you used to be. We are going to break down each of these deaths, right? In rebirths in three different categories. We're
Or
going to break it
stages,
down
yeah.
in these stages. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
break it down into three different categories, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to break it down energetically. We're going to break it down emotionally. And we're going to break it down spiritually
Mm.
so that you can understand what it is. Let's go ahead and let them know what the first death is. Hopefully, y'all be able to, to read it or whatever and see it. Right, there we go. As you can see, this is the energetic death. This is the first part, right? So, this is when that energy that used to fuel your old life, you like this is it's not moving through me no more. It's not getting it. It's not making it, right? The body starts to feel heavy around all the stuff that don't align. I'm not feeling this no more. I used to feel this. I'm not feeling it no more, right? You might feel drained doing what once felt natural. It might felt natural before, but now when you do it, it drains you. You're not feeling it. The vibrations of your old habits, your old beliefs, even your old desires, they start to die off.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with that?
What? That was just left here. So
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay, I
nothing,
see.
nothing major. You good? Keep it
Okay.
moving.
Right. And they start to die off because the frequency, right? The
Mm-hmm.
frequency that you are becoming, it can't feed it no more. Right. So in an energetic death,
Mm-hmm.
it can feel like your spirit unplugging from the old grid.
Mm-hmm.
It's just as simple as that, right? It's your body saying, we are not living there anymore. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yes.
Before we go to the next one, do you have to remove our faces before you pull the scene up, or are you able to have our face there and then just pull in the next scene?
Well, the point is for them to actually see if there's, especially if there's something written on it, or just for them to see the full scene so they can see it and get it.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Well,
could just
okay,
let them
okay,
know,
we can do
like,
that,
okay, we're gonna go to the next
and
version,
then you'll
right,
come
or
in and then
phase
we'll
of each
explain it. Okay.
stage, and then boom, break it down. It's all good.
All right, y'all. So now let's talk about the emotional death, right? Right. So now we are talking about the emotional aspect. First, we talked about the energetic death. Now we're talking about the emotional death. Remember, this is the death of who you used to be. So this part, when the emotional death kick in, this is the part where your attachments they start to break. How many people have been in that situation?
Mm-hmm.
You start
Mm-hmm.
to feel the grief of letting go of familiar versions of yourself, right? The
Mm-hmm.
emotions that arise can be sadness, it can be anger,
Yeah.
guilt,
Mm-hmm.
confusion. All of these are signs of release. That's what it is. The stronger the attachment, the stronger the grief, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are mourning who you used to be, but that mourning is also clearing the space for your new self to breathe. So understand that in that, where it may feel like old relationships is falling away, it may feel like you may be feeling these attachments are no longer serving you. Now you're grieving your old self, the one that used to go to the party all the time,
Mm-hmm.
the one that was out there doing it, right? So this emotional death, it asks you to stop holding on to expired emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to keep alive what is meant to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Right? Grief, first of all, grief not is not weakness. It's not, right?
Right.
It's the proof that your heart has already loved deeply.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? It's parts of your old self that you love. It's parts of those relationships that you love. It's parts of those journeys that you walked that you loved.
Mm-hmm.
Now that shit ain't fulfilling you no more. You feeling that you need to break through the box and walk through the door. And so that's where you feeling those issues, right? Let's go ahead and go to the next death.
Okay. Or the next phase of this stage,
Yes.
right? Okay, cool.
So, first of all, this is where we're talking about the spiritual death. Listen, this right here is really an initiation. It's an initiation of the ego, right? When we talk about ego death, and all of that, I just want you to understand true ego death is the disillusion of everything that you think you know. Because we walk around and we think we know some stuff. We think that we black or we're Hispanic or we're Asian or we're Caucasian or whatever. We think that, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, that is the temple that you chose to jump in for a short time. That's how you identify yourself in this realm. You're giving a name, right? You're giving a identity, right? So you talk about the spiritual death aspect of this phase, it is the ego's initiation, right? You have to die to everything that you think you know in order to awaken to the truth of what it really is. And that is to remember who you are, right? That's when a part of you that believe it had all the answers begins to crumble. You find out that you don't know nothing. I remember this was our son's second or third Bufo journey. And in that journey for like 10 minutes straight, he just kept saying, I know nothing. I know nothing. I know nothing.
Yes.
No thing. I know no thing.
Yes.
I know nothing. I know no thing. He kept saying that because in this realm, he be feeling like he be knowing everything. Right?
Yeah, he know how all of the dots is gonna connect, how everything is supposed to lay out. If he do this, then this domino effect is gonna take place. That's not how life really is.
But he was so detached from his ego that he knew in that moment that he did not know nothing. A damn thing. That's where you start to question everything. Your purpose. What's my purpose? Damn, do I even know what my path is?
Right.
What is my place in this world? Right? And at that time, it might feel like spirit done went silent on your ass.
But can I say something though?
Yeah.
I'm saying in this though, because you just brought up a real serious memory of mentioning our son in that moment. And the thing that I felt, I knew spirit was telling me, just saying, I have to do this in order for him to come to a place of surrendering. Because if you think you know everything, then why even lean, or look towards something that is much higher than yourself? So as he was going through that, Spirit was telling me, oh, nah, he came here. This was a divine appointment for him to come here, for him to experience this. He has to go through this because he has to come to the realization that he doesn't control everything. That this universe, these universes and galaxies are ever expanding. We talking about infinite, infinity. I want y'all to think about that word just for a sec. Infinite, eternal, everlasting. So in that, yeah, that will humble you.
Yeah,
And it's a little scary.
And the truth of the matter is, right, in those times where you may have felt like spirit done went silent on that ass, the truth is, spirit is the closest in the
Right.
silence.
Right.
Right? In the silence, calm your ass down. That's what spirit is telling you to do. Calm your ass down, right? This right here is the death of separation, right? The moment where you stop being who the world told you to be, being who your mom or your daddy told you who to be, and start remembering who you actually are. Right? That's when, oh, I know nothing. I know nothing. I know nothing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I know nothing.
Right?
I know nothing. I know nothing. I know nothing.
Yes.
Nothing.
Yes.
I was like, whoo, spirit
For real.
is doing some work.
Yes.
And he walking around this mud totally different. Nah, boy.
Oh, for sure. So the
Yeah.
spiritual death is when you stop performing for life and start participating with life. You hear me? It's where you stop performing for life and you start participating with life.
That's bars right there. That's bars.
That's
right
bars.
There. That's bars right there. I ain't gonna lie.
It's not an end to you. It's an end to that ass pretending. Keep it 100. It's time to stop pretending. You have to really sit back and ask yourself, what identity are you still holding on to that you still trying to resurrect that spirit done already buried? Let me add, let before you even go to the second stage, let me see if we got some folk on Facebook and what they saying. I said I'll be coming back and forth to Facebook so I can hear y'all and see what y'all talking about.
Well, I mean, you know why that's happening. My whole thing is that, man, you talking about a situation where here's the thing: when people actually are being called to the sacred space in that manner, and they know that they're being called to go in deep, it's you're being pulled into ascension.
Yeah.
You're being compelled to move towards a higher level of consciousness so that when you come back from piercing the veil over into the spiritual realm and you come back, you're coming back with new eyes. You're coming back by the renewing of your mind. This is the thing that Yeshua was talking about in the Bible. Like, yo, be ye transformed.
Yeah.
By the renewing of your mind. You can't live the same unless you fight to hold on to what you once knew.
Yeah.
Right? And we have the opportunity and the free will to choose those things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's something real deep connected to being called to the space, because if you call to the space, then that just simply means that the higher self of you is already in the space of a higher level of consciousness, and they just waiting for you to catch up. Like, can you please come on?
Right.
Can we go ahead and walk in this purpose a little bit deeper, a little bit stronger?
Right.
You feel me?
So now let's go ahead and get to stage 2. Y'all ready for stage 2?
Oh man, stage 2. That was the stage 1 was out cold.
Yeah, stage 2.
Okay, all right. Well, here it is.
Well, y'all see what stage 2 is of rebirth?
Yeah, no, and it's funny that I mentioned You mentioned Ray Sean's experience, and what it brought me back to ultimately takes us into the second stage, which is surrender, because that's what it caused him to do. There was an actual ego death taking place while he was also in that phase, right? That was a spiritual death, an emotional death, and everything that he was experiencing. And that brought him to the next phase, or stage rather,
Yeah.
which is surrender. That's letting go of control to what? Let spirit guide you. Family, family, family. Even on that right now.
Surrender, y'all.
I'm just going to say this right now. I'm going to ask this question. Honestly. If you know you going through a situation or a season, a space in your life where it feels like you being, spirit is just saying, you need to let go of all of your control right now and just let me run this thing. If that's really how you feeling, please, please, please put whatever emoji up in here you feel like makes sense for that. Okay? Because I'm gonna break this down. This is the stage where surrender doesn't it doesn't mean that you actually giving up on life, right? Because a form of letting go based off of how we were programmed, right? We could feel like, oh, we just giving up and we just letting go of life. But it really means that we're releasing the expectations and the illusion, right, that we were in, thinking that we were in control of how it's supposed to go and how things are supposed to show up in the first place, right? This is actually the moment where you realize now that surrender isn't weakness. It's actually, I love this word, alignment. It is you now coming into alignment.
Surrender is not weakness. It's alignment, right? A lot of people be like, I'm afraid to surrender. I'm afraid is the universe gonna catch me. If you walking in the direction that you're supposed to be walking in, and you know that you're walking in that direction that spirit done told you to walk in, because you done did the work to clear the blockages, and you can hear your way clear, you can see your way clear, and you move that way, yes, spirit got you. Remember, you went in already. Things manifest in the spiritual realm first before it manifests in this physical realm, right? So you're going physically into the spiritual realm to get down to the root cause of the issue, right? To now work on that and release what no longer serves you, which causes you to vibrate higher, right? When you vibrate higher, now you can hear better. Now you can see better. But when you hear better and you see better, you have to be able to push past that fear of not holding on to the old stories and the old things, and get your behind into a state of surrender.
Yeah.
Knowing that it's going to show up, not caring how it's going to show up, just knowing that it is going to show up, right?
Yeah.
You just still walking in it. That's the key.
Well, see, what I'm saying is I'm seeing people putting these emojis up, right? Because yeah, it is a place where and the man just said, look, facts, so true. I mean, the thing about it is this. Surrender is one of these things where because I got some notes. Surrender is one of these things where it's not actually about giving up. It's ultimately overall about giving in. Y'all heard what I said? It's stepping out of that illusion that you controlling everything. You micromanaging your life. You trying to micromanage your children. You trying to micromanage your man, your woman. You trying to micromanage everything. And all that's doing is causing pain. It's connecting you to the past, because everything it feels like it is a loop and it's replaying over and over and over. You keep bumping into the same walls over and over and over as it relates to your relationships and everything else. Right? But spirit in that moment is saying, yo, dig, I see you. Right? I see you. Now trust me and let me lead this thing.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
So
Zeno is going to break it down.
Okay.
The different stages. Remember, we said we're going to break everything down energetically, emotional, and spiritual. You're going to know each meaning from this stage 2 of surrender, letting go and letting spirit guide. So now we're going to break down the.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, so you guys can hear us, right?
Yeah. It should be
This
good.
is where that second stage of surrender it begins. When your energy begins to shift from resistance to you now just allowing things to take place. So you stop fighting, right? What's unfolding because it's happening. It feels like, you know what I'm saying? It's I want to say it's forced, but yeah, it's like no, like the universe the source of all creation now is just saying, listen, I feel your vibration changing.
Mm-hmm.
You've been calling out and you've been asking for some things. You've been looking for a shift. You've been looking for a change. And now I'm here. I done showed up for you.
Because first you be kicking and screaming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
you be thinking you be knowing some shit and it's supposed to show up like this. It's supposed to show
Mm-hmm.
up how it's supposed to show up, period.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the sacred medicines that we work with had been calling our son for years, right? The sacred medicine we do the overnight ceremonies with. And it's like he was running from it. He was running from it. But he didn't run from Bufo. And I
No.
said, oh, I see what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is so stuck in things are supposed to show up the way that I expect them to show up. And when they don't show up the way that I expect them to show up, then I'm disappointed. Then my vibration is lowered. Then my vibration, it dropped. Right? So I'm like, oh, he don't want a mediator. He don't want to first go in and learn the root cause of the issue. I said he needs a soul snatching. He needs an ego disillusion.
Mm-hmm.
And when that medicine hit the first time with Bufo, he said as his spirit was ascending, what the? It's like it's pulling you up, right? It's like it was like a roller coaster, but in the opposite direction.
He
right?
was WTFing.
Yeah, he was WTFing. Right?
I think some people was a little like, ooh, they was taken aback, baby.
Yeah.
They was like, what's going on?
It was beautiful though. It was in Joshua True. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, so this is also the space and the phase where you stop fighting again from what's unfolding and you stop trying to force outcomes, right? And you just allow things to come into existence. And then your body, because this is happening, I know you talked about all these other phases, right, of the stage, but your body begins to soften. Your breath begins to get deeper, right? You begin to get more conscious of your breath, and you start feeling like your life is moving with you and not actually against you. That's a level of ease and flow you can move into because energetically, surrender is when your nervous system stops bracing for the battle of life and it starts to remember, right? You're now remembering peace because that's where we came from originally. We originally came from peace.
Period.
And I'm gonna say something because Simona said she ready. She being called again. She said, look,
want to surrender. Totally. That was my problem in ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. And when I took you in the back, because first of all, we said, come on the back. We came in the back. And I said, that's your problem. I said, you trying to be in control of the situation.
Right.
And you ain't in control of the situation. Oh, okay. Remember, I was saying that now this is the opportunity. You have gone into your spiritual universe and the masks that you put on every day that you're not even aware of because it's unknown, right? It's unknown. You're not aware of it and you're walking in it every day because of the stories that you have told yourself and the things that you have been through. Now you take this sacred medicine and what's going on the inside has flipped you on the outside and spirit is telling and showing you what your priority is and it's on bump. You can hear it louder, you can feel it louder, you can see it louder, right? And you didn't know what to do with that at first, right? But you stayed in it. And when you crossed over the veil, you was like, you mean to tell me this is what I've been fighting all night? I wish I wasn't fighting from the beginning. I just wish, can I just stay here? Can I just stay over here?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
And from that point on, I
Mhm.
know that you had decided that when you go back in, that you go take that opportunity
Oh,
for
you're not
every
finna play with
opportunity.
it.
You're not about to play
You're
with it.
not
So
gonna
I
play
know
with it at all.
exactly
You're not
what you're
gonna play
talking
with it at
about.
all. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go to
Yeah. The next
the
phase.
the
Look, she
next
cracking up.
phase
She
of
over here
this.
cracking up. Okay, so the next phase of stage 2, right? Yeah, we finna get into the emotional now,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so this is where the ego starts to loosen its grip, actually, right? It starts to loosen the hold on some things. And the part of you that's always needed to figure it out, you just giving that a chill pill now, right? Where you're not really as stressed about trying to figure out how things are gonna come together and all that. You just start trusting you don't have to know every single next step that's coming up in your life, right? Because the truth of the matter is that healing that can't be controlled anyway, right? You can't control healing in that form. You can only allow it. Again, if we go to the biblical examples of everyone and anyone who, for the most part, ever got healed, what was Jesus or Yeshua telling the people? Oh, it's because of your faith. Your faith. You just now being in a place of surrendering
Mm-hmm.
and allowing, I believe.
But you also had to do something.
Right. Oh, yeah. In every instance, you know what I'm saying? Just like the leper dude. The dude that was a leper, Jesus said, look, Yeshua said, go into the river and wash 7 times. The dirtiest river in that country.
Somebody tell you got open sores on your body,
Yeah.
and they gonna tell you to go dip in that 7 times, and you know it's all kind of stuff up in
Right.
there. The water cloudy, look
Yeah.
like it might be bubbles bubbling in over there.
And
you
he
like,
was offended.
You go, because you would be offended.
He was offended. You know, being a little royal, he had a little status. You finna send me to the dirt? All right. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
So now,
mm-hmm.
Again, in surrendering, your emotions now become the teacher. And trust and believe there's going to be some moments where it's going to be some tears, but not from the actual pain, right? This is from finally realizing that you don't have to carry everything that you was carrying anymore. You're not alone in this.
Ooh, now how many people up in here that had happened to?
Look, right? I need you to read that.
Yeah, she said, crazy. I literally said, I don't have control.
Yeah. And that's just a sign and a form of the elevation and ascension that the pathway that you're on right now.
Yeah, put some ones in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
If you went through a phase in your surrender, right, where you really was crying, but you was not crying from pain. It was because you was really realizing, right, that you don't have to carry it no more. The universe truly do got you.
Amanda said, yeah, what? The control is gone.
It's gone.
She like, it's gone. And she laughing about
it's gone, right?
That's how
Let
real
check,
it get.
Let me check over here on Facebook before you pull up the next stage.
Yeah, that's how real it get.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just want to see.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. She said, it make me feel like a punk, weak. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's not weakness though. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's not weakness. It's strength. Wow. Right? So the season of release. Right? Mm-hmm. All right. So they getting it over here on Facebook. I hear y'all. I see y'all. I feel y'all. Zeno's gonna tell you the third stage. The third stage, right? Mm-hmm. Of this rebirth? Stage 2 of rebirth. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, y'all got these ones coming in. I just want to be able to show it. Here. Okay. So here it is. Let's go to the next stage. All right.
So y'all see that? Y'all see what stage 3 is? Stage 3 is the void,
Ooh, wee.
the sacred pause
Mm-hmm.
between death and rebirth. This is the silence before the sound. Remember how we were saying it may seem like spirit don't went silent on your ass, but the
Mm.
void is really the silence,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And to just talk a little bit about the void is the beginning, right? In the
Mm-hmm.
beginning there was darkness, it was void, right? Darkness was upon the face of the deep, right? I know what the void feels like. I've been to the void. I floated in the void. My spirit has floated in the void. In the void, it is a silence that's deafening.
Mm-hmm. It is.
It is a darkness that you have never experienced, but it is a peace
Mm-hmm.
that you have never, ever, ever experienced.
Yeah.
And when you in the void, you like, oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never felt no peace like this in my life, but that's what we come from, right?
Mm-hmm.
We come from the void. And so when you talk about this stage 3 of the rebirth, right? The pause between the death and rebirth, understand that the void is not a punishment. We talked about that earlier,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It is gestation. Gestation is like you're getting ready to give birth.
Can I say something real quick? If I was to run an exercise real quick, this is what the exercise would be, and I mean real quick. Close your eyes. If you were to close your eyes, the next thing that I would ask is, what do you see? Or do you see anything? If you're unable to see anything and it's just total darkness, that's where we came from. That's a reminder of the void.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been in a place where you just close your eyes and you just, if you put your mind on where we were before we came here into this realm, and you close your eyes and
Mm.
you think, man, what thoughts did I have? You can't even think about what thoughts you had. That's what that feels like on a minute
On a
level.
minute level. Well, yeah,
Right?
that is a good analogy.
Minute.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, I was saying, she said, "Oh my God, remember
Combo.
that convo?" Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right. So
Mm-hmm.
remember, I was saying it's gestation. So when you talk about gestation, that's like a woman being pregnant. That's like a seed being planted that has to grow, something being birthed. That's the gestation period where the child forms in the dark before birth, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not light in there. This is the void. And then they start to develop ears. They
Mm.
start to develop the organs, right? But it starts from a seed, right? So the void is where spirit rewires you for what is coming next. That's why it's the silent. That's where it's the void. That's why it's the silence before the sound, right? It's preparing you for what's coming up next. So in this stage, this is where nothing seems to make sense. You like, oh, this don't make sense. What, like, what is this? I don't know what this. I don't know what that. Right? Even though everything is being rearranged in divine order behind the scenes, you don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So you like, shit, don't nothing make sense. Did I really see what I saw? Did I really experience what I
Mm-hmm.
experienced? And you start
Mm-hmm.
to question everything, right?
Right.
So this is where doubt starts to creep in. I know y'all done been there, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
this is now also where your faith is being strengthened.
Mm.
Because how many
Mm-hmm.
times you done cut up and scream at the universe, "Ah, I'm tired of it, I'm ready for a change. And you and then spirit come and hit you, boom, on
Ooh
top of your
wee.
head with the blessing, and you be looking dumbed in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, this is what you were trying to get me?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
I was supposed to be like this, and I
This
was
and that.
like that. All
Mm-hmm.
right, well, next time
And then next time show up.
I'm gonna pass the test, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna break down the energetic.
There you go.
So of this, I'm just talking, and Zeno put the screen up,
That was
and
a
I know y'all
mistake.
wasn't gonna hear
That
me.
was a mistake.
He too
Too
geeked
geeked to
MC,
see.
too geeked MC.
Let's put it over here. I'll put this right here.
That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Right. So now we're gonna talk about the energetic meaning of being in the void. Right. So we talk about the energetic meaning of this. Energetically, the void, it feels like stillness after so much motion. Right, you know, came in, you know, went in, you know, tapped in, you know, did some work or whatever, and now it's just stillness after the motion. You're like, wait a minute, why shit done came to a screeching halt? It was moving, my vibration was up, I was experiencing this, I was seeing that, and then nothing, boom, and that's when I get a call. Said that got to be where I
Is
am.
that Christy?
I have peace, but stuff doesn't make sense
Right.
right now.
Oh, let me speak to that. Can I just speak to that just real quick?
Yeah.
The thing about it is this: being in the void is a place where you're allowed to be able to sit in stillness and experience the stillness and the darkness to a point to where information, downloads, and revelation will begin to flood you. So instead of focusing on all the activity and all the things that's happening, and you feel like, man, I'm being called to the void because this stuff is just it's too much going on. Yeah, that's a form of you being called to go into that stillness so that you can receive, because that's really where the answers are.
Yeah, and when you in that stillness, you know, it can really truly feel like ain't nothing happening. But beneath the surface, everything is moving.
Right.
Everything is vibration. Everything
Right.
is frequency.
Yes.
Everything is constantly moving. Nothing stops moving. If you look at your wall, it may look like it's just standing there, but truly it's moving. It's vibrating. And when you cross the veil, you can actually see that because you're witnessing, right? This is where your energy is being recalibrated. So either you're going to go back into your old story and tap into your nervous system and your nerves all jacked up, or you're going to chill and you're going to be quiet and you're going to allow your energy to be recalibrated. Your vibration is being upgraded and your nervous system is learning to hold more light.
She said, I feel like what you said, Vision. It's like a baby jumping around in a womb.
That's how it be, right? This is where spirit turns down the noise so you can feel the frequency of your next level. You may not know what it is. If you know the direction you're supposed to be going, walk in that.
Sage said, look, I started rewinding like, what the hell just happened? The only thing that gave me peace was seeing where I was prior to when I was putting in work and getting, look, the downloads and knowing, right? She said that I was divinely guided. So I must be here what? Intentionally.
Yes.
That's what you come to realize and find out.
Yeah, for real.
Everything isn't just happening and happening around you and you don't have any control. It's for you to let go of the control, not really pay attention to everything around you. It's time to get centered and receive.
Yeah.
Right. And in that reception, some things are gonna fall off that you don't need. So when you come out with the goods, you're gonna move differently.
Yeah. Melba said recalibration is the key.
That's it.
And it is. So now we talked about the energetic meaning. Now let's talk about the emotional meaning.
All right. So now we here with it.
Right. So this the stuff that you be going through emotionally when you be in this stage of the void. Right. So emotionally, the void, it can feel disorienting. Y'all see this picture? She got the shadows over there. The voices start talking to you, right? You might start feeling like you empty. You might be restless, can't sleep. You might start feeling like you unseen. Right? You may start feeling like, why ain't nobody coming to help me? All of that, right? That's when the ego starts to panic because it can't measure the progress in the unseen realm. That's what you come to ceremony for.
Right.
You come to ceremony to go in the unseen realm, but you got to cross back over in this realm. Did you do the work that you learned that spirit said was priority? Did you integrate that? Because if you didn't,
Mm-hmm.
now what?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You going back to the old stories,
Right.
right?
Right. That's true.
So this space is not empty. It's not being empty. It's not empty. It's not, even though you may feel empty.
Mm-hmm.
It's space. Now, let me give you a key. If you're walking outside and say you're at a festival
Hmm.
and you look up in the sky and you see a plane, then you look over and you see somebody that you know.
Mm-hmm.
From that space between the from where you are in the sky in the plane, right? Versus you looking and seeing your person in the crowd. You look in the crowd and you see the person that you know in the crowd. You seeing all these people taking up what? Space. Where we feel is empty, that's still space. Even though you can't see nothing, you look up in the sky and look at the plane from where you are
Right.
to where the plane is.
That's good.
That's space.
That's good. Uh-huh. That's good.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Girl underscore gone 88 said nausea, tired, lost, stuck with the energies right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And then Amanda said, look, Tonka said all that, right?
Mhm.
Energies. Just today.
Mhm.
OMG.
Listen here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is the space for clarity to start to form, right?
Mhm.
Space for divine timing to unfold.
Mhm.
Understand that emotional surrender in the void, it just means making space with not knowing and making peace with it.
Mhm.
Make peace with not knowing. Remember, I said,
Mhm.
I know this gonna show up.
Mhm.
I don't know how it's gonna show up. I don't care
Mhm.
how it's gonna show up.
Right.
I just know
Mhm.
it's gonna show up.
Can I give clarity to I don't care? See, you could have the attitude of I don't care when you know which side you really stand on or what you stand for. When it's coming from a source, a good source, and a source of light and love, then you ain't got to be concerned about how it's going to show up because you know that you're being taken care of. It's not going to harm and tear up somebody else and tear somebody down in order for you to be able to gain, to receive.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can rest. That's a level of peace that you can move in. I ain't got no care in the world. I just know what I know. I know whatever it is that I need is going to show up.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
You
right.
Mm-hmm.
So remember I said that the unknown, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're tapping into who? Her. That is the divine feminine energy. The unknown, the darkness, the void, what you can't see. You come in ceremony to tap into her. When you come back is where you balance. You balance the divine feminine, the manifesting, with the divine masculine,
Mm-hmm.
the doing, right? A lot of times we be out of balance and we like, I gotta be doing something, I gotta be doing something, I gotta be doing something. Yeah, but you gotta be doing the right thing
Mm-hmm.
that you're called to do, that you're walked into doing, right? It's allowing yourself to sit with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Learn to sit in the silence without trying to feel it all the time. So I'm telling you, that's where the gems come. That's where the downloads come. Girl Gone 88 said, but I definitely feel at a crossroads. Positive energy on one side, negative energies on the other. Past, present, possible future events, and my element at once. I feel like something is brewing, but not sure what it is yet.
Mm-hmm.
But here I go. And that's the key, right?
That's
the key is, yeah, it is negative energies. It is positive energies,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
In the spiritual realm, they're light energies, they're dark energies. They're both are necessary for balance. We choose what we want to tap into, right? Let's go ahead and go to the
Mm-hmm. Well, I just want to read what Simona said real quick. She said, OMG, I know I'm moving. I thank my spirit guides for this journey today. I'm special, right?
Mm-hmm.
She said, I couldn't understand these last few years. Understanding comes in a blink of an eye,
It
though.
really
Because
can.
when it hits you,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, it hits you in the most perfect moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it all come together.
For sure.
You ready?
Like it really do.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to go to the spiritual meaning now.
There you go. All right.
Now we get into the spiritual meaning
Mm-hmm.
of being in the void, right? This is a sacred space to be because it's initiation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see that picture? This is the space between the inhale and the exhale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Between who you are, who you were,
Mm-hmm.
and who you are becoming,
Right.
right? That's the space, right? Between the inhale and the exhale. Who you used to be and who you coming.
Mm-hmm.
This is where divine trust is born. So you start to learn to trust the universe and trust the divine, right? The
Mm.
universe is working for you, not against you, right? This is where you stop chasing the signs and you start becoming the sign. Period. What you chasing the sign? I am the sign. Because you already know what
Right.
you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spirit hides you in the void, not to punish you, but to prepare you. Period. Because sometimes spirit got to pull you out of the sight in order to align you with your true light.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key, right?
Mm-hmm.
People, I just feel like ain't nobody coming around and I'm just isolated to myself. And yes, you're isolated
Mm-hmm.
for a reason for you to go in and tap in because who gonna get you out of the situation that you in? You.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody but you, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in that, you have to ask yourself this. Can you trust the nothingness long enough to become
Ooh-wee.
everything?
Mm.
Can you? Because in the void, stillness is strategy
Yes, it is.
and silence is 100 sacred.
Mm-hmm.
It
That's true.
is.
That's true.
I said this is a sacred part, right?
Mm-hmm.
The void. It's
Mm-hmm.
a sacred space because you tap into her, the unknown,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to go to stage 4 of rebirth.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Just like that, right?
Just like that.
So now that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with stage 4, which is the purge, right?
Whew.
And this is the release of what you no longer need. And if you can notice in the photo, because Heather said, "Man, these slides are beautiful."
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You see, she got those hands open. That's a position of surrenderance too, right? Um, but that fire is burning behind her, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so this is the cleansing part of the soul that takes place. This in this stage right here, this is where everything that you've been holding on to, it finally has to move. You didn't made it through now, right? You didn't made it through, and so now uh, it finally has to move. It could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be mental, it could be spiritual, right? But it's the universe's way of saying, well, you can't take this with you where you going anyway.
Hmm.
You feel me? So
Purge it.
yeah,
Release it.
let's burn that down. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. When a fire get to burning, a fire don't ask no permission.
Mm-mm.
And if it get to burning real good, you know what it do? It'll lean on some wind and carry and go a further distance and burn some stuff down in your life you wasn't thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a form of transformation.
Yeah, wild woman said, "Whoo, let it burn." Gone girl said, "The monks don't sit in silence for nothing." That's true. They sit their ass in silence,
See what I'm
right?
saying?
And they are learning the art of attachment because the last stage we're gonna talk about that too,
Detachment
right?
or
As far
attachment?
what did I say?
You said attachment.
What did I say before that? I said they learn about attachment.
Right, but that's coming off of and
Attachments and detachments.
there you go.
Right? They learn how
That's
to
why I need you to
detach
make
from the
that. Thank
in
you.
the silence. They're learning how
Yes.
to detach from
Attachment.
attachments.
Yes.
Because the key is right. Um, when you don't have an attachment to this material. Y'all see these people that's around here. Yeah, I got the Louis, I got the and I'm driving like this, and I'm doing like this, and I'm popping like that. No, right? They're so connected and attached to this material realm. Right?
Most people, yes.
When they are caught up in materialism, you're caught up in the material realm. When you don't give a damn about that stuff. That's how you know you're getting ready to ascend in the afterlife. Because you are detached from those things.
Right.
You know that food, clothing, all that is necessary. You know what it is, but you ain't got to be the one that had to top this in the that label in the that. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah,
right?
Because those individuals that we talk about, those figures that stand out as the masters, right, of this earth, that are moving in ascension in a higher level of consciousness, they moving around like, I got some clothing, I got a bag on my back, a satchel on my back or something, and I'm keeping it moving. I got a little bit of money in my purse. I can eat, I can move around and do what I need to do, because they're constantly living in the present. And they ain't moving in no attachment.
Yeah.
Not as much as the average person, right? Okay. So here's the thing again. The purge, that's not a pretty situation, right? Because it's fire. It's a representation of things burning down, but at the same time, that's powerful. Because literally, if you want to look at it from this perspective, it's really a sacred detox, right?
It is.
It's spirit's way of cleaning house in your life.
Yeah, when you see these fires and burning and all of this stuff, but the earth she is going to cleanse herself.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
And fire means renewal. So sometimes you gotta let that shit burn.
That's it. Yeah, ain't that what Wild Woman said? Let it burn.
Let it burn.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, so here go the next phase. Now we're talking about the energetic phase of this stage, right? The purge, right? And so here we are again. This is when the old frequencies break loose, and a dense energy of fear, resentment, guilt, or shame now begins to rise to the surface, to be what? Released. And you may feel that heat in your body. Your body could get to trembling, or like if you in ceremony, if we going in deep, you start yawning, or you may bust out crying, or have a certain feel of like fatigue. Because see, all of these signs are really a reflection of your auric field, your bio field now recalibrating. It's some shifts energetically that's taking place. And when that energy begins to purge, what may feel like chaos is really a natural flow that's happening. It's a cleansing that's taking place.
That's right.
And so now you literally watching the vibration of the old reality exit the body.
So when it show up, are you gonna hold on to it, or are you gonna release it? Because you already know what's not serving you. Why you keep holding on to it?
Right.
But you got the free will to hold on to that shit as long as you want to hold on to it. If you want to hold on to it in the next life, when you're birthed into the next life, then hold on to it. It's free will. You have a choice, right? So now we're going to the emotional meaning. Let me.
All right, so now we're getting ready to get into this emotional meaning and what that really represents, right? Legacy, the blueprint, said, who the yawning, right? She said, mine specifically.
Hey.
You going in deep, there's that physical shift. It's just an indicator to let you know what's really taking place in all of this. So now, if we talking about emotionally, and we seen this show up in the space, it could look like anger, sadness, grief, frustration, even relief, right? In essence, the purge is really a release of stored pain. That's what it is, right? And it's not because you return into this old state of being, but it's because you're really going into a state of healing. See, those emotions that were trapped, they're finally finding its own language to speak so that they can set themselves free, right? From this vessel, from this temple.
Yeah.
This is when your heart starts to detox. I know a lot of y'all that's been in the space know how that feel. You cry not because you broken. You ain't crying because you broke. It's because you brave enough actually to let what was supposed to come and break you down. You just like, look, I'm gonna let that go. You feel me?
Yes.
Then we've seen this happen. People get angry in the space. Again, not because they lost and confused, but it's because they finally clearing the space for peace. It's like, man, I've been dealing with this stuff for so long. Now I'm here in a safe space where I could just be free and let this stuff go. I'm purging. You feel me? Now, Sandra said, look, I tried to tell someone once that yawning is your frequency trying to elevate. They thought I was crazy as shit, though. Well, see, this is
You
what
only know what you know. You can only hear
that's it.
from what your ears will allow you to hear. Did you?
Did that.
Okay. And so now we're going to talk about the spiritual meaning.
I like that photo. That photo was dope.
Thank you.
All right. So now let's get into it, because spiritually what's happening is, again, this isn't something that is a punishment. It's not something to come and condemn you, right? To make you feel terrible overall. It's really a purification process that's taking place. It's your soul emptying out everything that shouldn't and cannot exist in your vibration of the next chapter of your life.
Come on now.
Right? It's the initiation that tests your trust in spirit, right? Will you resist the release, or will you let spirit then have its way with you while you going through the process? See, that's why we even having it live, because you have to become aware of where you are to be able to identify where you are in your spiritual journey, in your path, right? Every purge is a prayer that's being answered. Listen, there's something called Hape Rape that is administered within the ceremony, and it's a beautiful, sacred technology and ally, right? But it doesn't last long at all, but it brings about a clearing. The whole purpose is for you to detox spiritually, emotionally, energetically, all of those things. And people can be heaving over a bucket, nothing coming out physically, but it's coming out energetically. It's coming out emotionally. It's coming out spiritually. You see what I'm saying? So that means that the medicine is working. We just talking about purging, period. The lesson is now landing where it's supposed to land, in that new space that you are going through in your temple. And the old stuff that was in there is leaving. Now, I got to say this, that the purge does not always look like what you think. Okay? Because sometimes it's a breakup from somebody that you thought you was going to be going through this thing forever. We've seen that.
Oh my God.
Sometimes it's a job ending. You just knew, like, I was going to make it to retirement through this thing, and then the ending is near. Sometimes it's just outgrowing a version of yourself, right? And no matter how it shows up, it's always clearing you for what? Expansion and growth. And you have to ask yourself this question. You really have to ask yourself, okay, well then, what emotion? Because that's the whole point. Remember, for those of you who came in at the beginning of this, I said, man, this should be tied into being able to identify your triggers. And so Spirit is calling us to a trigger workshop to help people identify these triggers, right?
Yeah.
So my whole thing is just like, you got to start asking yourself these questions. What emotion, what pattern, or belief is finally ready to leave my body. It's ready to come up out of here, right? Because every time you release something that you no longer need, you making space for what you actually been praying for. You've been asking source for it,
You've been
and it
calling
show
it
up,
in.
right? But you have to be able to identify so that you won't be wrestling with it. You feel me?
Yeah, for real. Let me check over here on Facebook. I told you I'm be coming back and forth to Facebook and seeing what's being said,
Mm-hmm.
what's not being said, all that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep, okay. I'm still seeing y'all over here. All right, so now we're getting ready to what you say? That gets me every time and takes me out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now we're getting ready to talk about stage 5, y'all. We got 2 more stages after
Yep.
this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, y'all. So y'all see that?
Mm.
Stage 5 of rebirth is integration, returning to the world as the new you. People be like, I don't know how to act, I don't know how to be, like, because they was in the spiritual realm and like, and they be so comfortable over there and they be feeling so good and it just be so, you know what I'm saying? And people want to be able to stay in that vibrational frequency.
Mm.
Now, I would also say when you use that opportunity to
Yeah.
cross the veil and to go in deep, then use the opportunity to learn what you need to learn, come out and integrate it into your life, because that's when you quantum leap. Wild Woman said, my first 3 ceremonies, all I did was purge.
Mm-hmm. That's
It was
real.
awful and beautiful at the same time. It
Yep.
was.
Mm-hmm.
It really was.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's the most memorable, parts because I was there.
Yeah.
Remembering her actually just purging and releasing,
Yes.
releasing, just I was so excited and happy for
Yeah,
her
I
because it's
excite
like,
that.
man, you was carrying all of this stuff all this time, carrying all this stuff, and now you letting this stuff go. You
Yeah,
releasing
you're
it.
releasing it all,
Yeah.
right? And so when you are returning back to the world
Mm.
as the new you,
Mm.
that's when you do integration, right? Integration is the bridge, right? It's the bridge between the vision
Hmm.
and the embodiment, right? It's the stage where you bring your transformation back into the world.
Mhm.
Now you went in, now you like it's time to transform back into the world, right? So after the death, after the surrender,
Mm.
after the void,
Right.
after the purge,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
now begin to rebuild from truth,
Boom. That's
right?
key.
For real. So this
Mhm.
is where your life got to become a ceremony,
That's
right? And your
authenticity right there.
awakenings
Mhm.
have become a lifestyle.
Mhm.
Don't come in and get them gems and then go back and go to the same oh shit. Now let's break down the energetic meaning of stage 5
Okay.
integration.
All right.
Y'all see her laying in the grass?
Mm-hmm.
She's grounding, right? Grounding is definitely a part of integration because you're calibrating recalibrating your nervous system,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
To tap into the frequency of the earth,
Mm.
right? And so energetically, integration is the grounding process.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. You know, been in the spiritual realm. Now it's time for you to ground in this on this side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your frequency has shifted. Now your body and nervous system need time to adjust.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Give it time to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit already know that you got to do what you got to do, but you still have to be able to give your body and mind and soul and spirit that time to adjust. This is where you start to crave silence.
Mm.
This is where you start to crave nature or solitude. I had
Mm-hmm.
talked to somebody the other day that
Mm-hmm.
that want to come to this rebirth ceremony, and she was like, I just been looking at stuff just so I could just live off grid. I'm just studying and doing it so I can just want to just go and I just want to live off grid, right? Solitude, right? As your energy stabilizes. So, energetic integration, it feels like you
Mm.
learning how to walk in your new skin. The vibration is higher, but it needs strong roots.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that you build, it needs to have strong roots. Now is the time when you anchor and you receive and you add that into your daily action.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Daily
Mm-hmm.
grounding practices
Mm-hmm.
in your daily action. Now let's go to the emotional meaning
Mm-hmm.
of the purge. So when you look at the emotional meaning, emotionally, you might want to rush back into your old routines, but your emotions are asking you to move slower. You know when spirit is telling you to slow your ass down and be
Mm-hmm.
more intentional,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's time for you
Mm-hmm.
to start being more intentional. You start setting new boundaries.
Mm.
You start speaking with more clarity,
Mm.
and you are honoring your needs without guilt. They're your needs. What your needs? Why you gotta feel guilty about giving yourself the attention that you need to give? Because you was too busy giving it to everybody else, and
Mm-hmm.
they was sucking your energy dry.
Mm.
Right. So this is where you start showing up differently. This is where
Wow.
you learn to no longer respond from the wound,
Mm-hmm.
but from wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
right? The
Mm-hmm.
wound is that trigger. Your body, your vessel is taking score. Everything that
Wow.
you've ever experienced in this body trauma, your body has taken score of every experience. And that's why it's so important when Spirit told us to do this workshop that we're coming up with, talked about
Mm-hmm.
earlier,
Yeah, the
the
trigger
trigger
workshop.
workshop,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because people have triggers, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they just feel like the triggers just make them go mad and triggers just make, right? You have to understand what the trigger is, understand
Mm-hmm.
that the trigger is there to show you something, to teach you something of what's hidden in the body. Your mind don't wrap around it. Your body know what it is before your mind do, right? Somebody could say a word and you trigger it, you just it just automatically come out,
Mm-hmm.
right? This workshop is going to teach you about the triggers. Where did you feel that trigger at? Damn, you felt it in there. So if you felt that trigger in
Mm-hmm.
there,
This is what this
then that
means.
means that.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
you felt that trigger in here, that means that. So
Mm-hmm.
now let's go ahead and let's move through that, right? So um let's go ahead and go to the spiritual meaning.
Cool, cool, cool. Let's get it.
We almost done. We are almost done. First, I just want y'all to see this picture. When you say spiritual meaning of integration, do y'all see that? It's like she was buried in the earth and she's coming up from the earth. I just want to give y'all this quick little tip.
Mm.
That was the original. That was the original
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You need some
baptism,
help? Okay.
right? This is the
Uh-huh.
original baptism. Before being baptized in water and
Mm-hmm.
fire, it was earth.
Mm-hmm.
You had to go into the earth. She's coming out of the earth, symbolizing rebirth, right?
Yeah.
So, spiritually, integration is truly devotion, time and devotion in motion,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Is where you merge the divine feminine with the divine masculine. That's
Hmm.
when you are calling in praying, right? And planning. You calling in meditating and managing. Y'all see the difference in what I'm saying? You're balancing the divine feminine and the divine masculine, right? Feminine, praying.
Ah.
Masculine,
Mm-hmm.
planning.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Sage. Yes, it is. It is sacred geometry that you see in this photo.
Yes, it is.
She says it looks familiar. Yeah, it is.
You probably done seen it in ceremonies
Because we
before.
all are able to project and tap into these sacred geometries because we're made up of them, right? We resonate with them. So yeah.
And
Mhm.
so when you talk about the divine feminine and merging them, you're merging the meditation with the divine masculine, which is the
Mhm.
managing,
Mhm.
right? You are connecting the divine feminine, which is the dreaming,
Hmm.
with the divine masculine, the doing, right? Some people want
Uh-huh.
to come back and they just want to be just up there. Well, you came down here for a reason. So if you're just supposed to be up there, then take your ass up there. Go up there when it's time to go up there. Be
Mhm.
down here when it's time to be down here because you chose to be down here. So go ahead, go up there, get what you need to get, then come on back down here and do what you need to do. This
Mhm.
is where your higher self begins leading your day to day decisions.
Mhm.
When you be able to call in that balance, integration is sacred discipline. It's discipline like a
Very, very important.
mug.
It's
It's so
very, very
disciplined, right?
important.
It's not about doing more. I got to come back. I feel like I got to do this. I got to feel. You feel the urgency now to do some shit. It's not about doing more,
Mhm.
right? It's about doing what aligns with your new frequency, what it is that you calling in.
Mhm.
When you come back, sometimes you don't even know what you calling in all the
Right.
way. So
Right.
why are you feeling like you got to be doing what you doing? You don't even know
Mhm.
what you're supposed to be doing yet,
Mhm.
right? So go in, tap into her, and then tap into him. Without integration, spiritual experiences will remain entertainment. Spiritual entertainment. When people will say, "Oh, I want to come to ceremony. I want to come to ceremony. Can I come back? Can I come back? Can I come back?" Listen, yes, I'm a shaman. Yes, I love guiding people. Yes, but if I see that you keep coming in ceremony and you not integrating and you using this as an opportunity to come in and say, "Oh, I know. All I gotta do is go tap into her or whatever." Then you going home and you ain't
Mhm.
integrating, which I
Cool.
don't have nothing to do with your free will. But I'm not about to allow you to pimp this medicine like that.
That's it's
So
called
if you want,
escapism, is what it's
yeah, it
called.
is. And if you want that, you're gonna have to go sit in somebody else's ceremony, and then let's see how that work out. Their ceremony will be their ceremony, but when you leave out, you still gonna have to go back and integrate. You don't go back and
Mhm.
integrate. Then what you gonna do with that,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Do you want your spiritual experience to just be entertainment? You choose, right? You can receive the vision, but if you don't ground it, it will fade. Period. Point blank. Period.
Mhm.
Integration is where heaven touches your earth and begins to help you quantum leap. Didn't I say when you integrate, you quantum leap? Because
Mhm.
things happen in the spiritual realm first, and you don't went in the spiritual realm to tap into what you need to tap in. Now do it over here without the fear, knowing it's gonna show up, right? So the new you
Mhm.
doesn't just talk different,
Right.
you move different.
Yeah, for sure. You showing up
You
different.
eat different,
Uh-huh.
right?
Right.
You
Uh-huh.
choose peace so much faster,
Mhm.
right? So,
Mhm.
in that, you got to ask yourself, what does the new me need
Mm.
to stay grounded in this vibration?
Right.
Every answer to every question that you ever want to ask is already inside of you. Ask the right question. Because integration is the art of becoming what you prayed for.
Whoa.
Period. That's
Ooh.
the art of becoming what
Mhm.
you prayed for. That's
Mhm.
the integration. She said, whoo, that's deep.
Mhm.
She said,
Yeah.
what she
Well,
say?
Sage asked, she said, can I tell her what this geometry symbolizes if it's not too off topic? And she
What?
said, wow, that's deep. I'm going to be honest and
Okay.
go, I don't know the name of that, but I know that it's sacred geometry. I don't know the specific name of it.
Well, the key is understanding that the light is hitting different
Mm-hmm.
points,
Mm-hmm.
right? Remember, I taught about chakras. People only teach about the main seven. I did a little more when I had did. Y'all know if y'all remember, I did that free chart of beyond the 7 chakras where we talked about like the 13 chakras, right? You have chakras on the inside of the body, you
Right.
have chakras on the
Right.
outside of the body. You have
Right.
114 chakras in the body, right? So these energy points, right, of this sacred geometry is being tapped in different parts of her body, in different parts of her aura. She's tapped in spiritually into the earth, right, which is being down here, grounded, and she
Hands
raising
lifted.
up, right? Balance,
Eyes closed.
half and half,
Right.
right? So what you're seeing is the sacred geometry of alignment. That's what you're seeing. You seeing surrender. You
That's
seeing
good.
purge, releasing what no longer serve you, right? You seeing I'm not holding on to the ego. You see, I have surrendered, right? You done seen all of that. And so now you're seeing what integration is. She's thankful.
Can I just add one thing real quick? So geometry is a form of what? Math. And that math is a sacred math. And when we first started really going into the space for ourselves on a personal level, Spirit told me, because I was seeing these shapes, I didn't know what they were. And Spirit was like, yo, what you're being shown and what's being revealed to you are the keys, the unlocked keys to the blueprint of the universes. It is the makeup. What you're seeing now is this is the blueprint and the maps on a sacred mathematical level of creation itself. So the mere fact that she has one arm up, right? She has one arm up, her head is tilted back. I'm more than sure that you'll be able to find this in a star somewhere. There's always going to be this correlation to creation.
Yes.
Right? And being in alignment or harmony. So,
all right, y'all, we got 2 more.
Okay. You ready?
So Zeno's going to talk to you about stage 6
yeah, I'm gonna whiz through
of
this
rebirth.
One. Okay. Yeah. So it's like that, right? This 6th stage is called renewal. And so this is the blossoming after the storm. You done went through all these different phases now, right? And so renewal is the rebirth within the rebirth. I'm gonna explain that. Okay. It's literally the rebirth within the rebirth. Okay. And so what that means is it's the stage where you begin to feel life returning back into your spirit. Life is now coming back into your spirit. So the heavy energy that you once had, it lifts up off of you. The lessons that you actually went through begin to make sense. It starts to resonate and land, and you feel a lightness in your being that you haven't felt maybe in a long time, right? It's the blossoming after the storm. Remember, we shown
some feel like they haven't ever felt it. They done been through so much stuff in their life. They felt like that they have not ever felt that lightness.
Right.
They go through their life feeling heavy.
Yeah. Y'all seen the slide where the woman had her hands up and it was like a bonfire, just a whole bunch of wood and stuff set on fire. Yeah, that's that heavy energy that was released, and she had her hands up like, I'm letting that go. Right. See, it's all about when you realize that everything that you lost or you feel like you lost was clearing space for everything in your life that you were meant to receive to help you get to this next level and sustain it. Yeah. That means whatever burnt down from the past, guess what? It was meant to burn down. It was supposed to burn down because it served its purpose. It no longer had a purpose in your life.
It's the blossoming after the storm. And we talked about the fire. Zeno just talked about the fire, right? I said earth will be cleansing herself. A lot of times when you see these forest fires and all of that stuff, and if it starts to rain, storm starts to come in, now it is possible to experience mudslides. Right? So now she's shedding her skin. with the mudslides.
Mm-hmm.
After that is burnt away
Mm-hmm.
and is cleansed, now the water is going to wash it away.
Mm-hmm.
After water washes it away, it leaves space for what? The blossoming,
Mm-hmm.
the growth
Mm-hmm.
from the seed,
Right.
right? And
Right.
so now we'll talk about the energetic
Yeah, let's get
meaning.
to it. Let's get to it. All right, so now let's get into this real quick. We're talking about the energetic meaning now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now this is actually this picture right here is really what renewal looks like. It's a flow happening, right? It feels like flow in the photo in the slide, but in essence, your energy is now it begins to circulate again, right? After being still for so long. Understand that stagnation is real.
Whew.
Energetic stagnation, spiritual stagnation, emotional stagnation can lead to dis-ease, right?
You really can.
And so with this phase now, you start to feel more inspired, you more connected, you're actually recharged again.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when spirit begins to whisper to you, we made it through this, boy. Now we made it through. You see what I'm saying? You made it through here now.
Through.
That's what she looking like, ooh, man, I made it through that.
I made it through.
Yeah, right. Because that energy of renewal is gonna feel like when the sunlight hit your face. It's like hitting new skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's the y'all done walked outside and just felt the perfect weather on your body. It was warm and made you feel alive and pure. That's what that is. And you begin to notice, watch this, beauty in the simple things. Simona said in one of her comments, she said, you know what? It seems like I done went through a whole bunch of lives, basically. I'm just summarizing what she said. I done went through a whole bunch of lives through Christianity and all this other stuff, to spirituality. Now I'm out here, I'm hugging trees. My level of appreciation for nature, and I'm just thirsty for it. That's what that is. It's an energetic shift that's taking place.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so I'm saying in that there is a birth. That's the rebirth within the rebirth, the blossoming part, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Melba said, "Thank you both for giving keys and tools to navigate." Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you
Yeah,
for taking the time to even pop in on this live and learn some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's about the energy, that you put out. I knew that it was very, very important for us to teach about this, because so people can really understand that, after they have something like a spiritual rebirth, like what comes along with that, what it truly means, or even to know if they're even called to a rebirth. Because rebirth takes some shit.
Yes.
It take you walking through the door of the portal and letting the door hit you in your ass and not going back to what it is that was familiar. Right? Because you already was tired of trying to walk through old doors anyway. You can go back and walk in a circle in a loop if you want to. You get
Right.
caught up in it if you want to, or you're going to break the pattern.
Right.
Your choice.
Right. Well, I just want to say, Amanda also said you guys are teaching really good tonight. Thank you. You're very welcome.
Oh, thank you.
And Sage said, yo, y'all done did some lives on chakras for sure. You know what I mean? I mean, if you own this, you on YouTube looking at us, go ahead, just go down the list. We have tons of videos teaching about all kinds of things. So that's what that is. But I want to say this before I move on to the next phase of this stage.
To the what?
The
emotional.
Right. I like for everyone to understand is that every cell in your body in this phase begins to hum within a new frequency. Why is this important? Because you're vibrating at a level that you couldn't access before the journey that you just went through. You had to go through that journey in order to access this new level. You see what I'm saying? Simona said, aren't they dope though?
Oh, thank you, Shung. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate. So right. So we're gonna move on to the next phase of this.
You dope too though.
Okay. Right. That's what I'm saying. Family. All right, let's get it. This is the emotional, right, phase of this. Wow.
Right. Emotional phase of what? renewal.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So now here it is. Again, I keep saying that renewal is going to bring a level of peace. Mm-hmm.
It took it off of there. There we go.
Renewal is going to bring a new level of peace in your life. And I'm going to make this real clear. It's not the kind of peace that comes from everything being perfect, right? But the peace that comes from finally accepting just what is. That's a level of gratitude that begins to replace the grief that you probably were feeling when you was going through the process.
Yeah.
Joy is on the other side of that, because naturally now you return to that state of joy, and not because of what you gained, right? But it's actually what you have become.
Mm-hmm.
That's the detachment, attachment, and detachment balance you start moving in. Renewal is when your emotions no longer pull you under. You know how many people walking around here depressed? The rate of the word that people shouldn't even really be using on different platforms, that they just said don't even speak about that. But there are rates that have risen based off of people being caught up and weighed down in their emotions, right? Mm-hmm. But when you go through this process, you can flow through this stuff with grace. And instead of feeling like you deeply drowning, you can love without losing yourself. You can love and still have balance and be grounded.
Yes, you're not giving so much love that now you empty.
You see what I'm saying?
Right? And when you feel like you ain't receiving it back, oh, they done left me to the curb. No, they ain't nobody left you to the curb, because you already sent and spent your time in solitude.
Right.
You already tapped into who you are.
Right.
And so now you understand that some of these deaths have to happen, and some of these relationships have to break apart, some forever, some for a time.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah, you got to be okay with that too.
Yeah, it's just about your journey and what your journey is showing up for you. Mm-hmm. Now, you ready to go into the spiritual meaning?
Yeah.
You said, she's not going back is key. I have been tempted, but my faith got me through there. Mm-hmm. For real.
Yep. Someone said thank you. Amanda said something really, really key too. I want to make sure I just show that, and then we can move to the next phase.
Okay.
But Amanda said, yes. In order to create what I'm creating in my business now, the journey was necessary. Ooh. All of them has allow me to be free, and I'm truly grateful.
Yes,
I ain't even gonna front. But Amanda looking like she got a whole new look. She looking like she, you know what I'm saying? She like she didn't went. You know how sometimes people, they kind of dip out for a minute. You be like, man, did you get some work done? Like, what's up? You looking extra fresh around here. Like, but I'm saying, that actually what it is that it just shows that that's a whole shift taking place.
When you start to tap in and you start to do,
let me switch the slide, and then you can go there.
Okay,
let's go there.
Well, no, before you do it, let me just say this.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead and do it, because I forgot what I was about to say.
Okay, good. Then we'll get it. Yeah.
Next slide.
Okay.
Spiritual meaning.
All right.
I said next slide. Spiritual meaning. Right. I don't know if y'all heard me.
Let's get to it. All right. So now here it is. Spiritually, what renewal is really remembrance. That comes with elevation. Every time you shed, a lot of times people say the stuff that you're probably into, even by just being in this live, they like, this stuff is new stuff. This is the new age stuff. This ain't new.
No, it's not.
This stuff is old. This stuff is ancient.
Ancient.
This stuff is sacred.
Ancient.
This ain't new, right? So you begin to realize yourself again. I'm talking about moving in a level of remembrance. Not as a version of how you was moving when you was trying to survive. You was in survival mode in the root chakra. You know what I'm saying? I got to make it happen. I got to get this. You just you're running in circles. You know what I'm saying? But you now have risen to the one that came to a place where you thrive. You start hearing spirit more clearly, because the noise of resistance has quieted down. Mm-hmm. And in renewal now, your spirit it begins to sing a new song. When I'm telling you, just to use the phrase to sing a new song, I know people don't understand. I'm gonna really start teaching on this. Is that our spirits are in this temple, and the makeup of our spirits vibrate a frequency that is connected to musical notes. So when you smile, you putting out a frequency into the atmosphere that can be felt the same way if you was a pianist hitting some notes, some chords.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You better teach.
I'm just saying it is what it is, because we talking about that sacred geometry, and it all coincides, right?
Yeah.
So here it is. In renewal, you're not chasing alignment no more. You walking in it, because you didn't went through the process in order for you to be rewired for light. That's why she holding that light in the center of her being.
Mm-hmm.
She noticed she light, and she's standing in that. The sun don't ask permission to come out and shine.
Mm-mm.
It just shines. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how we have to show up when we doing this work.
And the key is it never stops shining.
That's
right.
That's what I'm saying.
The earth is just moving, and when it moves, it's just, when we don't see it, it's on the other side of the earth.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
It never stops shining. Don't get it twisted. Just
Right.
like the moon don't stop shining.
Right.
Sometimes you can see the sun and the moon in the sky at the same
time.
Together.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Here's the thing. Ask yourself this question. I'm gonna do this real quick. What new joy is quietly trying to enter into your life right now? Because see, renewal is the soul's way of saying this: the storm has served its purpose. Woo. Now we can bloom. Let's bloom. Now, I'm gonna leave y'all with a quick little mantra that you probably need to write down, or if you watch this again on the replay. But you can say this to yourself, and say this for 7 days straight, and watch something change positively in your life. Mm-hmm. I bloom where I've been planted. I bloom where I've been planted. I'm radiant. I'm free. I'm aligned with my highest self. If you say that when you wake up and you getting ready to go through your regimen, and you saying that mantra while you moving about in the crib, mm-hmm. I'm telling you, scientific studies have been done. Affirmations. You focus on an affirmation for like 90 seconds or like 60 to 90 seconds. It only take a minute or two to charge your whole day up. Mm-hmm. This stuff is for real.
It really is.
Right? So yeah, I just wanted to leave that with y'all. So we getting ready to get to the last
some of the
one.
Comments while I go in here and check on this Facebook and see what comments that I may have missed over here on Facebook.
Well,
and then we can go ahead and
I'll let you get to it. Here's Christy.
Stage.
Christy said, look, man, okay, I'm so grateful for this. The amount of confirmations and downloads and new gems I'm getting here tonight. I'm grateful for this. And y'all, always, we thank you. We love you too, Christy. For real, we miss you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And baby girl, you know what I mean? We miss y'all. It is what it is. Yeah. She said, say that again.
We miss you.
Right. We do.
So now we are going to go to stage 7 of rebirth.
Wait. Okay. You ready?
All right. We talked about it.
Okay, here we go.
I told y'all that the only thing that you come down here in this realm to do, the goal, is to ascend. Right? Should be. I'll say that it should be to ascend.
Ooh, excuse me.
Some people come down here and choose to descend.
For sure. That's their mission.
Right? And they choose to descend according to how they lived their previous lifetime. By the things they chose to hold on to. Because you're going to have to come down here and deal with it anyway. It is universal laws. You cannot get away from universal laws. People can try to get away from these physical laws.
Well, Amanda has a request. And she said, well, I bloom where I'm planted Repeat, please. You didn't get the whole thing.
Yeah, go ahead and repeat it.
I bloom where I'm planted. I am radiant. I am radiant. I am free. I am free. I am aligned with my higher self.
Hmm.
I am aligned with my higher self.
See that? Stage 7 ascension, the embodiment of your higher self. You have to be the embodiment of that. You have to embody it. When you embody it, that's when your what? Your light shine. I talked to somebody the other day on a call. I was on a call, and she said it's like, people just coming and they just taking my energy. It's like I'm in a room and they can just see that oh, it's something good over there, and I them go over here and let me just take the energy. I said they not taking shit.
Mm-hmm.
You giving it.
Right.
You
Uh-huh.
giving it. They can't come and take your energy. You have to allow a person to come in, right, and take your energy. When you do the work and you vibrate high, that's when your light shine. You in a room and they just drawn to you. They telling you your business, but if you're not careful, you can turn into a garbage can. Why do you want to hold other people's trash?
Oh, we.
When your light shine, people that are heavy, that walk in the shadows, are going to want to be connected so they can pull and drain what needs to be pulled and drained. But if that's your calling to walk with them and walk them through some things and guide them through some things, you're going to have to be filled up. You're going to have to be in overflow in order to be able to give from your overflow. Because how is you going to get from Detroit to California if your gas tank is empty? How you gonna get to the gas station
We.
if your gas tank is empty? Right? But if you keep filling it up, you keep filling up your tank, now you got something to work with, right? And then you also have to know how to transmute other people's stuff, because when you allow them to come and dump, how you feeling it in your body? What triggers is you feeling they shit in your body? Some things you take on is not even yours. So when we talk about, oh, go ahead. What you said?
Sage said, y'all really have brought me a deep level of peace in knowing tonight. I'm not lost. I'm not crazy. I'm not disconnected. I'm right where I'm supposed to be, moving through the portal of rebirth.
Period.
That's
Period.
It. That's it.
You already seeing it. Wild Woman said, oh my gosh, I love that. I know this to be true because my smile lights up a room. It makes others smile. And it really do.
Listen.
And it truly do. Period.
This one right here talking, Wild Woman, you talking about rebirth. I'm a ask this out, and you can express this however you want to.
And
emoji,
then
however.
This down,
right?
Trying to stay on this live.
I'm not, but I because of what she said and who she is. We talking about stages of rebirth. Are you in a space where you have peace, joy, and happiness now, and you have clarity with everything that you've been through? That's my question. And if you can be honest in that, go ahead and share that across the screen. You might be writing about 3 pages. We don't need you to write 3 pages.
Yeah, we ain't got to write no 3 pages.
But I'm saying it is what
wait
it
to
is,
the live.
right?
They can wait to the live. Wait to the live.
Right.
And you ain't got to type in nothing.
Oh my
They'll be able to hear you. They'll be able to see you, and they will be able to feel you. Right? But let's go ahead and finish taking them through this process. Stage 7 ascension, the embodiment of your higher self, right? Yes. You're embodying your higher self is almost like a balloon, right? A helium filled balloon. The more weight that's put on it, then it's not gonna ascend. It's not gonna go higher. Right? What are you holding on to in your vessel?
That's dangerous, right there. That can pop.
Right? Are you holding on to things generationally? Because understand, you got shit that's attached to you from the ancestors, but understand something: you are also the ancestors. You are also the ancestors. So I need you to understand that.
Yes.
Right? And understand that ascension is rising. Rising, that's releasing what no longer serves you. That's purging. That's going through all the emotional, the energetic stuff, all the different spiritual depth, the emotional depth, all of that stuff. It's going through all of that, releasing of what no longer serves you, the attachments, releasing them so that you can do what? Ascend. This is the stage where you begin to walk as the higher self. Remember, I said the embodiment of the higher self, right? This is where you meet your vision.
Ooh, that's good right there.
It's where you meet your vision.
Yeah.
It's not about it being a concept, because it ain't.
Right.
Right?
You
It is
embody that.
a way of living.
Yes. Yeah, you embody that. Yeah.
People get mad at me all the time because I embody
Right.
my higher self. I know who I am. I know the power that I hold. If that makes you uncomfortable, that ain't got nothing to do with me. It's making you uncomfortable. So what you need to do is you need to see where you feel that trigger at. That trigger is connected to a root cause. What is that root cause? Right? It's not showing up for you to ignore it. It's showing up to show you where you need to heal, to show you where you need to put your medicine, to show you where you need to release, right? It's not about escaping the human experience.
Right.
That's what a lot of people be trying to do. Don't matter. You here temporarily. You gonna end up escaping the human experience soon anyway. Ascension, the crossover,
Ooh-wee.
the rapture.
Yeah, right.
From birth to birth. It's
Yes.
not from
the
death.
resurrection.
It's not from death
Yeah.
to birth. Right? We are eternal. So
Right.
eternal, when you leave one realm, you're birthed into another realm, right? It's about living with the consciousness of spirit. How can you live with the consciousness of spirit if you heavy? If you tapped into your shadow all the time, right? It's good to tap into your shadow only to find out the root cause so that you can say, listen, baby, you don't have to stay there no more.
Right. Right.
You can go ahead and release that.
Yeah.
It don't serve you. It got you holding down. You came here to release that. Remember, you said you was going to come down here to break the generational curses. You came down here. You made these contracts with these people, right? Because of the lessons that you need to learn. Because you said you was going to come down and help free that anger, that unforgiveness that's down in the earth. Right?
Yeah, you chose to do that.
You chose to do it, right? So do it. Don't waste your time here, right? Ascension is the moment that you realize that heaven has never been somewhere you go. It's something you embody now. You create your heaven, you create your hell. Let's go ahead and go into the energetic meaning of ascension.
Yes. Man, I like this photo because the reflection of light, for me, we talk about energy, and it's, that's God information being downloaded into us. When we step out into that sun, period, there's something called photons, and photon is light. So when you hear the scriptures, God is light, yeah, we walking out in that every time the sun shine. That's why people actually venerated the sun or honored the sun, because they knew that the sun brought life. But it brings intelligence, it brings information beyond this realm.
That's why people will go out in sun gaze. Now, don't go out in sun gaze in the middle of the day. You go and look into the sun and burn all your shit out your eyes.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Right. Yeah.
There's a point in time where you're supposed to get the downloads,
exactly.
right? Because like the Christ said, the light of the body is the eye. Zeno just said, God is light. The light of the body is the eye. We call it the third eye, which is really the first eye. It was the first eye before it started to go back further, and go ahead and go back further in the eye, and the two eyes came forward, right? And so when we talk about the energetic meaning of ascension, energetically, ascension feels like expansion.
For sure.
If you have ever sat with Bufo and that medicine hit you instantly, expansion. It's like, whoa, I told you, our son was like, what the fuck? He didn't know what was going on. All he knew that everything that he thought
He
he
knew.
knew about himself and everything else, he found out in an instant that that was not the truth.
Nah.
Right?
Mm-mm.
You are no longer leaking energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're not trying to fix shit,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your aura then starts to become magnetic, right? We talked about the frequency that you put out there is the frequency that will return to you, right? Others start feeling peace around you because you done made peace with yourself.
Listen. Simona said, "Come on, now, the Son of God." I'm just saying, when we have sat ourselves before we came into this knowledge, and we sat ourselves down for somebody else to teach us some stuff, regardless of however we got it on the level that we were able to get it.
Yeah.
God is a consuming fire. If you read that again and you go in the word and you read that again, it means it's a deeper level of understanding and consciousness,
Yes.
understanding.
Yes.
When you didn't went through these experiences and you go, God is a consuming fire. We talking about it right now. God is a consuming fire. That means it will burn everything down in you that no longer serves you in order for you to rise like the sun, which she said is what? The son of who? God. That's who we are.
Remember I talked about the analogy of the helium balloon. When you put weights on it, it's not going to send. It's going to stay right there on the ground.
For sure.
Right? But when you start to release those weights, it's the same thing with the vessel, right? Then you start to ascend. And so the energy of, now think about how silently that balloon rises, right? The energy of ascension is calm, it's focused, and it's powerful without effort. You don't need no effort. All the effort that needed to go is for them to put the helium in the balloon. That's it. That's all the effort that need to go down, right? So when you reach ascension, your energy no longer chases. You stop chasing shit.
Yeah, you
now you're not chasing. You start attracting.
You start attracting
right?
It now. Yeah.
Right? When you are in ascension, you no longer react.
Right.
You respond.
Right.
Yes. There's a difference.
Yes. Reacting is being like a puppet. You know what I'm saying? Play with strings. Responding is methodically, thoughtfully, and intentionally moving, and then it's cause and effect. You playing chess now with it. Yeah. You're not playing checkers.
Then you stop trying to perform as light. You become the light. You are already the light. Stop trying to perform for people.
Yeah.
That don't even know their own path.
Trying to put on.
Trying to put on for what?
Putting on.
Put on for the shit you're supposed to be putting on for. Your divine destiny.
Yeah, moving authenticity.
Point blank, period. Yeah, because that is the highest frequency, right? There it is. Now, let's talk about the emotional meaning.
Let's go.
Of ascension. So when we talk about the emotional meaning of ascension, right? Emotionally, ascension is maturity of the soul. Is your soul mature now? Right? Your emotions will still exist. Don't get it twisted. But they no longer control you. They don't control you no more, right? You allow yourself to feel, but you're not defined by what you feel. You feel it and you say, what is this feeling? Okay. What is this emotion? I'm sitting with it, right? You're not saying, damn, I'm feeling anger. I'm just taking it on. I'm just angry. I'm angry. You're saying all that shit, right? It's not about being defined. Now you take on that. No, it's not about that. It's about sitting with it, right? This is when compassion replaces judgment. Stop judging yourself for not being perfect. Stop judging yourself for feeling like you're not doing everything right. You have free will. So whatever decision you choose to make it. However long it take your ass to get there, it take your ass to get there. However long you decide to continue to stay in the
Right.
loop and go in the circle and keep trying to walk through closed doors, you continue to do that until you don't. It is your choice. Free will, right? This is when your understanding replaces reaction, right? So emotional ascension is when you can witness your triggers. When we talked about the triggers with grace and not guilt, it's when your peace becomes non-negotiable.
You setting standards now, and you putting up boundaries now.
Yeah.
You know, you're not putting up walls to trap yourself in. You just, you know how you move. And so those walls have entrances,
For sure.
entrance points and gateways and portals in order for people and things to enter.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But they gotta follow them rules.
Yeah.
They gotta meet them guidelines.
For sure.
You feel
right?
me?
And so now let's talk about the spiritual meaning of
Okay.
ascension.
All right, let's go.
Let's get on the spiritual meaning.
Yeah. Yep.
So when you talk about the spiritual meaning of ascension, right? Spiritually, ascension is unity, right? So what is it unity of? It is the merging of your human self and the divine self. You see that? It's like as above, so below when you look at the picture, right? You look at the picture, you see her reflection in there. That's the below, that's the above, merged, right? You realize that your purpose was never to become somebody else. Your purpose is to remember who you always been. I said you are an eternal spirit being. When you come here, you forget where you come from. Life get in, it kick in. It's supposed to, according to what lessons you're supposed to learn, what tests you need to pass, right? What contracts that need to be fulfilled, what things that need to be released, right? What happened?
No, she was just saying, yo, just told a mentee this today, just came out, right? And been telling y'all, baby, that I will be at peace. You see what I'm saying? Understand, like, I want y'all to just take a look at the slide, because this slide also represents the rebirth and the baptism. This is the newer version of it.
Yeah.
Right? The latter version of it. It so coincides with the power that we all have the ability to obtain the way that Yeshua did. He went to his cousin. His cousin was performing baptisms in the earth from the schools of the mystics, moving in the ancient ways. That's why Yeshua didn't even choose to go to the church to have nobody. He wasn't dealing with nobody in the church. Right. He dealt with his cousin, someone who he knew was already following, right? Source in a way, right, in a totally different way than an organized structure. So understand, that's how we must move. If in fact you really saying you about this life, we have to hold ourselves accountable and put in this work. Everything that we teaching, we have to move in that.
Yeah.
And there are some things on the scoreboard where we like, yo, I got that, and I can check off all the boxes. And then there's some where it's like, I ain't got no boxes checked, bruh. Gotta work on that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Valencia said, I missed the first 6 steps. Will this be posted later? Yes, it will. You'll be able to look at it from the YouTube channel. You'll be able to look at it from the Facebook page, or you'll be able to look at it from the Instagram page. You don't see it on one because, you know, sometimes these platforms be acting whack. And if it act whack, just go to one of the other ones. It's for sure going to be on YouTube. So if you want to look at it, and you want to maybe cast it from your phone to the TV, that way you can see it even better, I suggest you maybe go to YouTube and then cast it from your phone.
Right.
And you'll be able to see better, you know, everything that's coming along.
Quick question. Are you almost done with this?
Yeah, I'm almost
this is
done.
Actually the last slide.
Yeah, this is the last one, right? So remember, when you are in this this stage of ascension, the spiritual side, right? This is where your medicine becomes your mission, and your presence becomes your prayer.
Mm.
right? You done prayed. Now you done embodied the prayer.
Mhm.
Now you walking in your presence. It's a difference,
That's becoming a living
right?
sacrifice. That's what I'm hearing.
For
That's
real,
like the life of
right?
embodying all of the work.
With ascension, it's not just about climbing higher, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's about remembering that you were never separate in the first place.
Mm.
That's the key. You be
Right.
coming in and be feeling alone because
Right.
life be kicking in and be doing what it be doing, right? Understand you are the bridge between matter and spirit. You are
Mm-hmm.
matter,
Mm-hmm.
but you are also spirit,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And so now ascension truly is not the final destination. Remember, I said when you leave here, this realm, you want to be able to ascend in the after realm, but you are eternal, right? So it's not the final destination, it's a frequency that you continue to cultivate. You continue to
Yeah.
cultivate it,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So there is still gonna be
Mm-hmm.
days
Mm.
when your shadow gonna show up,
Yeah, for sure.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But when it do, because you have ascended, you now meet it differently. Now you meet that shadow differently now because you're meeting it with awareness. You know, are now aware
Mm-hmm.
of what the shadow was. Oh, it's trying to creep up again. Nah, 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 nah. I already told you what it is. And the fact that it's
Uh-huh.
creeping up
Uh-huh.
lets you know that you still are holding on to some stuff, right? And
Mm-hmm.
now you can move through it with love and power because you have a different knowing, you have a different remembrance, right? And so understand that rebirth, it don't end. Remember I said when you leave one realm, you birth into the other. It
Mm-hmm.
just evolves
Right.
only if you allow it to, though.
Mm-hmm.
Only if you allow it, free will. Every breath can become an ascension if you allow it. Stop fighting against it. And to stop fighting against it, you really need to ask yourself, what does my ascended self already know that I'm ready to remember?
Mm-hmm.
Because the ascension is the point where you no longer just believe you
Mm-hmm.
are light, you know it.
Mm-hmm.
I am the
Mm-hmm.
light.
Mm-hmm.
I don't experience that I am the light.
Mm-hmm.
I've experienced that I am the darkness.
Yes.
I am the shadow. I
Mm-hmm.
am the void.
Mm-hmm.
I am the all.
Mm-hmm.
And I am the nothingness all
All
at
at the
the
same
same
time.
time,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Multi-dimensional.
Yeah.
Multi-dimensional.
Yeah.
So how y'all feel about these 7 steps of rebirth? When we go over it, we talked about, right? The first stage being what? First stage of rebirth is the stage of death, right? We already took you through this whole journey of
Mm-hmm.
death, surrender, and the awakening. So that first stage is where you dissolve your old identity, right? It's the sacred death of who you used to be. We talked about the energetic, the emotional, and the spiritual death that's attached to that. Then we went on to the second step, which is surrender. This will be up later so that y'all can see it. That's when you start to let go of control and you let spirit guide you. Stop trying to control shit, right? We talked about the energetic meaning, the emotional meaning, and the spiritual meaning of each of these steps. Then we went to stage 3, which is the void, right? We talked about the void, the sacred pause between death and rebirth,
Mm-hmm.
right? The silence before the sound. We went in and we broke it down. We talked about the energetic, we talked about the emotional, and we talked about the spiritual. Then we
Mm-hmm.
went to stage 4, where we talked about the purge, right? Releasing what no longer serves you. That's what this is about, right? We talked
Mm-hmm.
about what? The energetic meaning. We talked about the emotional meaning, right? And we talked about the spiritual meaning. We are triune beings,
Right.
right? So we're going to talk about it on all different aspects, right? Then from there, we went to stage 5, which is so important when you have a spiritual awakening, is integration, returning back to the world as the new you. After you don't walk through the portal of rebirth, I'm ready to walk through the door. I'm ready to leave behind me what no longer serves me. I'm ready to hop off this loop and I'm ready to go on the spiral because the spiral goes up. The loop just go around in a circle, right? I'm tired of walking through old doors. I'm ready to walk through new doors.
Mm-hmm.
When you walk through that new door, when you walk out that old door, remember, let the door hit you in your ass and don't go back to the old bull crap. When you go into the spiritual realm and you connect to her, the unknown, the unseen, your spiritual universe, and you get the gems,
Mm-hmm.
that's how you manifest quickly in this realm. But did you use that as an opportunity? You use that as an opportunity to come back and do what? Integrate what you learned in that sacred space so that you can quantum leap. We talked about the energetic meaning, the emotional meaning, and we talked about the spiritual meaning. And we went to stage 6 and we talked about renewal. Remember, that's the blossoming after the storm. We talked about all 3 aspects of that, the triune aspects of that, right? Then we talked about 7, ascension, the embodiment of the higher self, period. Wild Woman said, this was absolutely beautiful. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all. That y'all want to say anything before we get up off of here? Because we ain't about to be on here long and doing all this stuff. Y'all know how we do. But Zeno did explain to y'all that we have a workshop coming up, and it's called the Trigger Workshop. We gonna take y'all deep
Man.
into what the trigger is. Why did the trigger show up? Why?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. Help me understand, right?
Right.
We gonna open the portal. Because if you don't know, your body know. Your body remember.
For sure.
Right? So it's about learning how your body is remembering.
Mm-hmm.
It's about moving in that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about how a trigger is not just an emotion. It's a memory.
Yes, it is.
Right? It's a memory that your body ain't even gave a voice yet. Mm-hmm. So when you're talking to somebody or somebody talking to you and they say something that trigger it, your body got the voice.
Yeah, because
right?
you feeling it. It's
You
resonating.
it.
It's resonating all somewhere in your body. You know what I'm saying? It's resonating. You feel it.
Mm-hmm. Christine said, thank you. This was so good. You're welcome. Lucia said, thank you for teaching on these steps because, I know, right? The key when you come down here in this earth is to become the master of yourself. Don't be held down with triggers. Don't be held down by other people's shit. Rise above. She said, yes, this was beautiful. Thank y'all so much. Let me
Very
go on
welcome.
here and see what Facebook do. What'd you do, Facebook?
Well, I just want to say, you know, again, like at the end of the day, I know we'd be like, yo, we not gonna be, but this information is, you know, we still trying to figure out ways to cut this stuff down, because the information that spirit gives us is so potent. We could go so deep with this. It's not even funny.
We really could.
It is just like the galaxies and the universes. It is ever expanding. So
yes, it is.
As above, so below. That's how we should be moving. Same way. You know what I'm saying? Ever expanding.
I want to say this too. If you feel like that, that you are ready for a rebirth, right? A rebirth journey, a true rebirth journey, not just coming in, crossing over, and then going back to your old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you know you're truly ready to do work, right? And you ready to see the signs and the symbols and awaken to your divine destiny and walk into your divine destiny, all you have to do is once this live pops up, then you can comment on Instagram. We'll say Instagram. You comment the word rebirth and then check your DM. And you'll be guided on how to even be considered if you feel like you're ready to walk into and go that deep, if that's what you feel like. If you don't feel like it, then shit, you don't feel like it.
Right.
But if you do and you feel like you're ready to be guided deep inside of your spiritual universe, so you can get to the root causes of some shit, so you can release what no longer serves you, so that you can tap into her, the unknown, and grow and learn and move and balance the divine feminine energy with divine masculine energy, then hop on Instagram
Instagram.
Instagram,
I like that.
Instagram.
Instagram.
You can
And all that's a
comment
new one.
under
We need to
this.
go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? We need to go ahead and put the
Be
paperwork on that.
quiet.
We need to put the paperwork on that one. We've created the Instagram. Cram in as much information as you can instantly.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, we were supposed to be finished with this live a long time ago, but Zeno had to keep talking.
I knew you was gonna
and
put
keep
it on
energy.
me.
Can I just say this? I just want to say this. Can I just say this? Y'all know how
Right.
he do. He want to
Yeah.
say what he want to say, and he want to
But
make sure
you
he
did
get
a
it
lot
out.
of talking though. I ain't gonna lie, you did.
Yeah, because I gotta hurry up and talk before you cut in.
Oh, you saying this is a competition? This ain't no competition.
Ain't no competition.
She said this info can't be put out in 1 hour. Actually, it can. We just so passionate about. We want to just, you know what I'm saying, elaborate and, you know what I'm saying, pontificate on it a little bit more.
Because we could just say stage 1, boom, it's this.
Right,
it's
we
that,
just
it's
run
this, it's
it
that.
down.
Boom,
It'll feel
stage
so
2.
sterile,
Is this,
though.
is that, is this,
It
is
would.
that.
It'll feel so sterile.
We want to break it down, you
Yeah.
know, break it down for y'all. If you are not on my email list and you want to get on my email list, what do I have in my bio that can get you on the email list? You will have to go, if you're not on my email list, you will have to go to the link in my bio. You will have to hit ceremonies and retreats. And at the top, where it says like sign up for notifications or something like that. You just click that button, put your first name and your email in. After you do that, confirm your email. Boom, you on the hookup.
Mm-hmm.
You on the hookup, and then check your damn emails.
Well, I say this again, you guys, it would be really, really good and a good prime choice to actually.
And I do want to say this too, right?
Really?
Bridget said, thanks so much. Took great
Okay.
notes.
Yes. Good. I like that.
Oh, you trying to take something personal or something?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
You got
just how you
triggered or
stumped.
something?
Yup, how you just stumped all over me while I was talking. Okay. I done forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
For real, you did? For real?
Yo, no, I'm serious.
Oh, wow.
But it's all
It's
good.
funny how the energy that
You gonna
put
take
out,
you gonna take accountability
it's
for that though?
funny how.
Are you gonna take accountability for that?
I am.
Okay.
This is how I'm doing it.
All
It's
right.
funny how the
All right.
energy that you put out, you attract back. Because you
Okay.
remember when you cut in what I was saying, and I couldn't remember
Yeah,
what
I
I was
noticed.
getting ready to say.
Yeah.
It just
It
got
came back
attracted
to me. Okay,
That's
all
all I'm
right.
saying.
All
Y'all
right.
already
Yes.
know how it goes.
I'm with
Y'all
that.
just
I'm with that.
tell him something.
But I'm still waiting for that.
What you waiting on?
There's some level of accountability.
I just told you how I got.
No, you.
What you want me to say?
What you elaborated on was how we all got here. But
Okay,
I'm saying,
how do you want me to take
you said I
accountability?
put it out there, so I got it back. That ain't no accountability. Really?
Okay, tell me. Okay, my bad.
Oh, there you
cut
go.
in
There you go.
on what you were saying.
Oh, I love it.
And I made you forget
There
what
you
was
go.
about to say.
Love it dearly.
Oh,
Yeah, I love you.
but
oop,
it
you
came
got
back.
but that just canceled out everything. Didn't I tell y'all?
I rewind the butt.
I said, look,
I
I said,
rewind the butt. I
no, no,
rewind the butt.
I said,
I
listen,
rewind it.
we got a scorecard and some things we can check all of the boxes off. And then there are some scorecards where we got a whole lot of stuff missing. It's okay. We all got work. You feel me?
Well,
Yeah.
thank y'all for coming in here
Yes.
on this live. Oh, you want to give me a high five now, huh?
Yeah, I love
Normally, I'd be like, give me a high five, and he'd be doing like this. I'd be like, I said a high five.
I'm like, for real?
Thank y'all for coming in here on this live.
I agree with you, Simona. You know what I'm saying? We were on a television show, but I feel like we
used to be on TV. Yeah,
we do have some ideas for.
We were on TiVo. Not what's that?
That's a whole. You just coming up with a lot of content right now. Instagram and TiVo.
I told y'all I'll make a word.
Spirit, keep going. I'm saying.
I guess TiVo is
Spirit is definitely.
Oh, listen! Before I forget what I was about to say. TiVo.
See how that's coming back now? Spirit just. Y'all know we done got silly with it now, boys. So listen, it's time to go now. Go ahead.
TiVo is a cross between T-Move
and what?
And what's that TV network?
HBO?
No, the TV network where they be having all the effed up TV shows where the wigs be jacked up and they really can't act like that.
Right.
T-Move and what's that network? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
T-Move and the network.
What network where they say, oh, that movie can go on that station.
Tubi.
So, so maybe
you know what?
But what was I trying to say to begin with?
We love y'all.
I don't even know. It don't
we
even
love
matter.
y'all. We appreciate y'all. Stay fortunate. Stay safe. You know what I'm saying? And stay prosperous. And let's connect
Yes.
again, man. We gonna
Yeah,
come at
be on
y'all
the
again.
lookout.
All
We
right.
about to start. I told you I about to start back coming doing the lives.
They're like Tubi, child.
Tubi.
Look.
Thank you. It took y'all long enough. It took y'all long enough to answer. Tubi and Timu. What did I call it?
TiVo.
TiVo.
Like,
Y'all see? And I don't even know what I was trying to say. I don't even know what we was talking about.
wait,
but
Simona said, okay, my friend lives there. She was trying to get me out there. Found you on Facebook. Out where? What is
trying to get you out where?
Yeah, what?
What,
We
Timu?
just totally missed
you
that.
don't like Timu.
You don't want to go to Timu.
She don't like Timu. So she ain't talking
TiVo.
about that.
You don't want to go to. You don't want to live in TiVo either.
Yeah, TiVo. Listen. What she say?
Oh, she said, "Look, yo, people like the way you teach." Okay.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for liking the way we teach.
I'm taking that the wrong. So, are you are not our people either? Is it because you just identified that with
she
our
on here?
people?
She like the way we teach.
I know. I'm
Damn
just
it.
saying. Okay. That's
You
just my
doing too
brain.
much. Is it time for you to go to bed?
Yes.
If you go to
Daylight
bed now,
saving time. It's daylight saving
if you
time.
go to bed now,
Listen, y'all. Again, if y'all got some questions, y'all got some concerns, y'all want to know what's happening, y'all just want to tap in, y'all know how to get in touch with us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Reach out to us. I know the holidays is we like right in the midst of all of these things are running concurrently. I get it.
And Crystal, when I get off of here, I'm going to send you your ceremonial preparation guide because I see that it did not come through. Remember, I said I have to see what's going on with your email address.
Yeah.
And so I'll send you that so you can go ahead and read that and then fill out your health intake and consent form. All right, y'all. We out. Audi 5000
I get
G.
it now. I get it now, Simona. I get it. Okay, I get it now. When you said that, I get it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
All right, y'all.
That's it.
So listen, if you feel like you ready for a rebirth, listen, I think I have one more space left for this upcoming ceremony, November the 14th through the 15th. And then I also have another ceremony that is coming up in December. It's going to be the last ceremony that you can get in for this year. And that is going to be December the 12th through the 13th. So if you know you're supposed to be in that ceremony, if Spirit is calling you to that ceremony, then prepare because that link will be getting released in about another week and a half, right?
So when is that again? You said December the what?
December the 12th through the 13th.
Oh, okay.
Right? So with that being said, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming in and giving us y'all time, y'all attention, because y'all for sure could have been somewhere else. And this live was almost 3 hours. And don't forget, it's because of Zeno.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy.
All right, y'all. Peace easy
Yeah.
for Sheezy.
All right, we
Lil
out.
Neezy.
Yeah, we out. Peace.
Oh, before you end the live, you just gonna put every comment up there, huh? Mm-hmm. You get on your bush.
That's Riza.